যদি সবাই ফিরে যায়, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায়, যদি গহন পথে যাওয়ার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায়, তবে পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। যদি আলো না ধরে, ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা আলো না ধরে, যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধার রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে, তবে বজ্রানলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জলরে, আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা জলরে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে।
Hi guys, thank you for joining the live stream. Lots of people are here. The audio is coming fine then. So let me first welcome by name all the people who have joined, because I was really worried that algorithms really screwed my channel. I have probably forgotten how to do it, how to speak fluently, and plus my right hand isn't really working. Let's see who all are here. Here to learn, thank you for joining. Pseudo Soda, Vishdansh, nice. Bharat Mata ki jai. Netizen, Retrowave Universe, Ninar Hai, Retrowave, Navavimarsh, Gautam Varun, Neon, Varun Dev, Rudra, Abhay, Gautam, Doipan Bhattacharya, Pranav, Netizen, Rajeshwari Ghosh, Neon, lots of people. Music Curiosity, oh, who are you? So let me first begin by disappointing you. I know most of you all have joined today's live stream to find out all about what happened, and I can't do that as of yet. Maybe a few more weeks after that I will be able to spill all the beans. Right now I have been advised by my lawyers to not say too much about the case, if possible not at all about the case, but I'm just getting itchy. That's why I came and did this live stream. I will probably be able to say, yeah, you all know what happened pretty much. I was asked to pay Pujor Chanda for Durga Pujo, and I refused. And I obviously could have paid it to avoid Jhamela. And a lot of people do avoid these things. And you all know from my live streams that I deliberately don't discuss a lot of things. I don't say a lot of things. I don't say a lot of things in some ways just to avoid Jhamela. But every person has, at least must have, some red lines, some non-negotiables at least, to have a bit of their soul, personality left. I can't abandon every part of me just to avoid Jhamela and survive somehow, right? Because then what's the point then? Like I know everyone hates Winston Churchill, but he did come up with one great line. It's kind of relevant here, that one of his generals asked him in the middle of the war that let's cut some art and culture budget to fund the war. And Churchill said, then what are we fighting for? It's like that. So there are things just I can't do. I physically can't. I can't hit an animal even if my life depended on it. I can't fund meat products, meat based dishes for my friends, even if it's my girlfriend, my best friends, no matter who it is, who I'm ordering food for. I will never ever uh, pay for somebody's meat consumption, and I can't pay money to someone who is already corrupt and who are part of the most corrupt group of people in the history of mankind. So I had to avoid doing that. At least I can't do everything. And on the bright side, I have pretty much quit coffee because my life is very uh, high octane right now, so I don't need coffee to feel awake. On the negative side, I have taken up smoking again. Smoking is injurious to health, guys. Smoking causes cancer. Do not smoke. Say no to cigarettes. Anyway, and my pectoral muscles are gone for now because I can't do push-ups, and lots of tendon tears, microfractures, dislocations, and I can't even do anything on my left hand because there are countless small stab injuries on the left palm as well. And I had no idea that stab injuries hurt this much. They look like simple fucking bruises from the top, but holy shit, it is insanely painful. And I had no idea that even such a little thing as tendon surgery, tendon tear would also hurt this much. Like, every time my finger gets hit even a little bit, it pains insanely here. So that's pretty insane. So then why am I doing this live stream? To do mainly two things. One is to ask for more money, because if see right now, the call from all of my well-wishers in my friend circles and family circles is that uh, after you are okay, here's my spectacles, by the way. I was telling my friends that my ancestors left their bhitemati and I lost my chashmat dati. So if I ever write a biography, it's going to be called Bhitemati and Chashmat Dati, because that's what we seem to be keep going on losing, we Bengalis. Bhitemati for non-Bengalis is your hearth and your home that us Bangals lost, and now I lost my this. I don't know what's the English for chashma dati. This handle, basically, this portion of the spectacles which I have lost now. So, um, so the suggestion is that after the cases against you are dealt with, you let it go. And I don't want to let it go, but all of it depends on money, obviously, because I have a nice lawyer with me. So if only you guys crowdfund it, I will be uh, suing their asses to the ground. And if not, I will let it go. I can't print money and fund the suing, of course. Um, and the other thing I wanted to discuss here in this live stream today is sort of a manual for people who do want to stand up for themselves on at least one or two issues in their lives. So how to go about it, what to expect from people who don't come from Sanjeev Sanyal like families of revolutionaries and all, who come from from normal Indian middle class families, families where these sorts of actions are treated with awe and a bit of disgust, a bit of derision, etc. By the way, Sanjeev Sanyal uh, has been insanely supportive, beyond my expectations. The support y'all showed through your contributions, monetary contributions, and even words, it was, as I said in the previous video as well, it was very much beyond my expectations. There was, I think, some disappointment from some groups. One group I'll never be able to mention, and some others did disappoint me, but we will not talk about too much negativity today. On another bright side, right, right, I think 1 or 2 days after it happened, Professor Salvatore Babonese's book arrived from Australia, uh, which I was supposed to discuss a bit. I mean, read, go through it, and then bring him on the podcast. And I haven't been able to touch it. I intend to touch it tomorrow, at least start reading it. But why I'm bringing this up is he wrote something fascinating. It's a signed copy. He wrote, this is just me bragging, guys. Dear Nirajan, I view you as the conscience of India, or at least of West Bengal, and I know you'll offer up your frank evaluation of my work. I do hope you find it worthwhile. Yours, Salvatore. Dharma democracy, how India built the third world's first democracy. Is it just the first democracy or the only democracy? Are there any other democracies in the third world? I don't think there are, right? It might be officially, at least there are others, but they are really big jokes. Dada, have you seen the movie? No, I haven't. I saw the I saw the trailer for that Japanese word South Indian movie right now. The hero from Hanuman is there. Okay, Myra, Samira, some word like that. You should name and shame the people who disappointed you. No, I can't, because other people, more senior people in that group I'm talking about, were helpful. And it's mostly a lonely journey, because except one friend, his mother and his wife, everybody's reactions have been, why did you get involved, why did you get involved, why did you get involved? So at one point I started the conversation by saying, right when a friend called up to ask what happened, and they said, why did you get involved, I started saying, without getting angry or disappointed, I was just fed up. I started saying that, did you call up just to say this? If yes, then I'm disconnecting the phone, we'll talk later. Because I have been victim shamed even before, because of my accident. And even that day, I was riding a R15 V2, and I was on a flyover, and a car came from the wrong side and hit my leg. I got 16 fractures, had 8 surgeries, and spent 2.5 years just on bed. And somehow I'm to blame, because I took that fucking flyover. Or I was on a bike, and I have long hair, and I ride a R15 V2. 2 plus 2 is equal to cat. Therefore, he must be the one to blame. So even now, any doctor, any random guy, random concerned gentleman asks, "Oh, you had an accident?" Yes. Second question is, bike accident. If I say yes, then the conversation doesn't go forward, and I know what they're thinking. I don't give a shit anymore, so I move on. And if the third question is, what bike was it, I say R15 V2. Conversation over. They don't ask further. They know I must have screwed something up. And so the situation pretty much here is also the same. So anybody who didn't defend me that day, in the way that in the way of saying that, yes, even if he said something insane, what happened in the live stream that we saw, what happened after the live stream, we know. Then what? Why is that right or justified? If that's not the conversation people are having around you, then it becomes a very lonely journey. And it was getting lonely even that evening itself, right after I was taken to the police station. So all I had at that point was, because I had to cope, I had to fill that loneliness with something. So I kept humming the Kaal Bhairav Ashtakam, because after all, the Kaal Bhairav Ashtakam project is happening, guys. That's not going to get delayed. So every penny you send from now on is going to be equally divided between Kaal Bhairav Ashtakam and suing them. And the other thought was, well, what if Veer Savarkar was here right now? What would he have said? That kind of, not kind of, that pretty much helped me. And later on, the other thing that the friend circle, family circle people who have been disappointing me in this, at least, issue, have been the go-to theme has been that, yeah, this happens in every state. That bugs me even more, not just because of the political parties involved, because first of all, that's not relevant to my situation at all, whether this happens in other states or not, because that's somehow a cope, that's somehow sort of supposed to remind me that, yeah, don't, therefore, just because you got beaten up here, don't fall for any random particular political party, bro, because it happens everywhere. Well, no matter what happens everywhere, people go to other places from this state. So that was also only disappointment after disappointment. Anyway, it's getting too negative. Let me read some comments. I heard you were at Alipur, which is the same as where Sri Aurobindo was. I wasn't inside. I was at the court, luckily. Ankit Chatterjee is saying, is BJP gonna make gains in 2026? I'm hearing from legit journalists that they are not going to go below whatever they got in 21, 24. Yes, party states are horrendous places. I showed your video to my father, and finally he said Niranjan still has some courage left. What will you do if you face this? Yeah, what to do then? Yes, don't lose your cool. Obviously, you all saw I was not angry at all when that video was going on. I knew that it's on live stream. Whatever happens will be on record. After that, it will be dealt with. So obviously, don't get pissed off and stuff in front of a mob. Why did you start smoking again? Why exactly do people smoke? कौन कम वक्त बर्दाश्त करने को पीता है? So for those reasons, I started smoking again. Anti-incumbency is brewing below the surface in Bengal. Anti-incumbency is pretty strangely brewing, you know. That guy, Shofikul Islam from Arambak TV, today I noticed he has 1.69 million subscribers. How in the world? Because even Jaipur Dialogues has just 2 million subscribers, and that's the entirety of India, NRI support base. But Arambak TV, just one Bengali non-left channel run by a nationalist Muslim, and it has 1.69 million subscribers. That's pretty insane. Do they know that you were in live stream? Oh yeah, I told them in the very first second minute, and after that, some people moved away from the camera. Some people had even bigger wings, so they stayed in front of the camera. That when this was happening, were you scared or calm? If calm, house calm, because I knew the live stream was on. Whatever happens, it's going to be on camera. Dada, you should have a strong breed dog too with those. No. Then I would get probably more screwed. That I set the dogs of war on them. That would be the narrative. But my faithful bro Max Weber is sleeping here. But you all saw on the video, he did some nice defending. Bongo TV. Oh, Bongo TV also has close to 1 million. I see. Thank you, Navavimarsh, for the contribution here to Bengal's GDP, and thank you for all the other stuff you have been doing for these few days for me. Dada, can you say which brand do you smoke? Absolutely not. That's going to be an endorsement for a brand, bro. Don't buy cigarettes. Don't smoke cigarettes. Pitbull cannot. No. I'm very much against breeding pit bulls in India, because it's a largely uneducated audience, absolutely clueless, illiterate audience when it comes to how to raise a dog, and it's a pit bull who need insane amounts of love and care to make them not eat up somebody else. The guy who introduced pit bulls to Kolkata, he used to be a friend. I had a fight with him, and I stopped speaking with him on just this issue because I was opposed to him introducing pit bulls in Kolkata. Who cares? Whatever he's saying, yes, that is what is up. I don't know what to do that day. I screen recorded. Yeah. A lot of you all did that. Here to learn also did that. That has helped. Strong Indian breed, Jodi Ache. Strong Indian breed is our Indies only. They are very much insanely intelligent, first of all. Thoughts on Trump's tariffs? They're not. Do they really matter? It's just an excuse for us to do reforms. I have a hunch that Modi might be playing 5D chess and told Trump a few years back that please force us to do reforms, because otherwise I can't do. Our babus will stop all reforms. You give us the danda, then I will be able to do the reforms. Indian dogs are agile. Yeah. I don't see one flaw in Indian dogs, except maybe they won't probably be able to shred you to pieces like a pit bull. That's all. I've seen people keep huskies outdoors in Delhi summer. Yeah, bully kutta. Yeah, that's a pit bull. Batman ki bollo tomake. Yeah, he has been a lot of help. All the academics and professorial persons who come on our podcast, who have been on our podcast, they have been pretty helpful. I don't have any complaints against them. The fact that that thing happened with you right after, yeah. Hmm. That do you think Bengal file will release in Bengal? No, no. Maybe for 1 week, maybe. भैया मैं 20 minutes late हूँ कैसा सब हुआ no I can't discuss all that too much. Have you seen Pure Economics aka Keshav Bedi? Yes, I have, and a lot of people do tell me that why don't you debate him and stuff. I know my aukat, bro, because he is an actual economics graduate, masters, I think probably PhD, from a very good university. So debating him is going to get me screwed, because he is not, when he will lose the debate first and foremost, on if it was just on logic and stuff. But since he is that educated, he will use other shenanigans and tricks to get away with it in the debate, and he will use economics jargon, I fear. And that's where I'm going to be left looking like a joker. So yeah, he's a Manuvadi commie, whom I don't think I can debate, because I don't have the economics technical know-how. I think libertarians should take it up. People who research economics all day. How old is your dog? He was abandoned twice before I took him in, so I don't know his age exactly. I think it's about 1.5 years, 1.5 years or 2 years at max. How is your health? Yeah, lots of bruises on my legs, palms, head, forehead. I got a boy who lived scar here, which is kind of disappeared now. Yeah, you can see probably there's one here. Lots of bruises on the head as well. Lots of pain here and there, and this one is defunct right now. According to him, he's a national socialist. Oh, you don't say. मेरी डॉगी कल की भी one अच्छा. Indian mountain dogs are pretty strong. But in Kolkata, yeah, mountain dogs are insane. What breed are they? How do they all of them look different? Dada, check my comment. Yeah, I'll check. Yeah, MOBA menace. Let's see Varun Dev's comment. Varun Dev. Will you do a live reading of Dharma Democracy? It looks not anytime soon. I will probably go through the preface today, in the middle of the live stream or at the end of the live stream. वरुण देव का कमेंट कहाँ है? चेक माय कमेंट बोला है वरुण ने. वरुण दादा, डिड यू थिंक दे वुड किल यू? गुड क्वेश्चन. Probably not, because otherwise I would have defended myself. I didn't defend myself at all, because in these situations where so much politics is involved, defending yourself means you get the attempt to murder cases against you, and you will not come out of the lockup anytime soon. দাদা তুমি স্পুন দিয়ে খাচ্ছ? Pritam, see, much to the disappointment of our Sanatan economists, I eat with spoons anyway, because when I studied in a convent, and it was a residential school, obviously. So I used to go home for lunch, and I used to eat all bhat and macher jhol with my hands, and my nails would be completely yellow, and people would make fun of me in the class. So I started eating with spoons when I was in class 3. Yeah, Doipan, I didn't defend myself at all. I only held the gate for about 5-10 minutes after the lock or lock holder broke. Sham Sharma সাথে contact করে একটা yeah, I'm too busy with all this legal stuff. Oh, Professor Babonez is here. I hope you enjoyed the book, but I guess I should update the section on political violence. Sir, I have not been able to skim through or get through your book at all. I intend to tomorrow onwards. But I'm extremely overjoyed and flattered by what you wrote in the first page. Why do you grow Naila anyways? Do you mean nails or Naila? Since that live stream that night, I have waited for you to come live again. Now that that's finally here, I'm just happy to see you. Yeah. Kushal Mehra Shang. Yeah. I can't say that. Yeah, please bring me on a podcast, bro. I got really beaten up. Can you please invite me? That can't happen. That any possible threat to Batman? Can't tell you. There were the stuff did happen. Those stuff that you all will never know. Anyway, so if you all do intend to stand up for yourself someday, always have your phone on your hands, ready, and set up a live stream beforehand, knowing that things are about to go south. And And I have been thinking about this, that am I this kind of a person and therefore I liked metal and hard rock all these years, or did hard rock and metal mold me? I think it's the latter. It's a it's a metalhead who likes the Veer from Maharashtra, whom I'm not going to name too many times because the cocksuckers might be watching. They are probably watching today. So let's speak in as eloquent English as possible so that the fuck yous don't understand what I'm saying. And a lot of Kaal Bhairav Ashtakam chanting and a lot of conversations with him. I think it was bound to happen. But someday I wish I could tell you all that happened, and today itself. But remember a few months back, I told you all that Sanjeev Sanyal is a different kind of Bengali, the kind of Bengali we have read about a lot in history books. Um, the ones we don't see anymore today, and therefore a lot of us become skeptics and think that yeah, it might have been an exaggeration. No one was really like that. People were pretty much the same forever. And some people, uh, rightly so, think that oh my god, how far we have fallen. We are no longer the Bengalis of those years. And I told you that Sanjeev Sanyal is like that. uh, you spend 10-15 minutes with him, you'll know what I'm talking about. And even in this situation, he was exactly like that. And I should have expected, pretty much I should have known that he was going to be this way. But it turned out that I did not have that much hope from him. I just thought, I knew that yeah, he would probably retweet it once. But he went beyond my expectations. Bro, how come your gate broke first, not the lock? The genius of our laborers, bro. It's a good question, in fact. Yes, netizen. Those are the next plans, for which again, unfortunately I'm going to require crowdfunding. Kushal Med advised ones to have 4 to 5k followers on social media. Exactly, exactly. Please focus on exposing these guys and making them viral. The best way to get justice is to become more popular. Viom Khandelia, you're not from Bengal, right? You don't know that it's a career promotion for them if they go viral, bro. Did you see his breakdance moves? Oh yeah, that happened the very next day, I think. What a joyful sight. The other warrior family and loved ones hurt. Uh, Father, yes. Father's elderly friends. Answer me. Zero Sama, where is his question? I have to do everything with my left hand now. Left hand, left hand. Zero Sama, where is Zero Sama? Late to the stream, what really happened? Oh, I can't discuss too much about it. My lawyers have advised against it. Maybe in a few weeks or few months, maybe. Uh, what games do you play? Video games, none. Sanjeev Sanyal is the Renaissance man. I've been thinking that the Bengal's ideal political slogan should doesn't need to be that make Bengal great again. It just has to be make Bengal Bengal again. It's on the verge of not remaining Bengal anymore. It's hardly Bengal. You know, a great segue. Not a complete segue. I will come back to this topic as much as y'all want, without pissing off my lawyer. But just to get to the BBK topic a little. Um, just a few days back, I saw a tweet saying that people in the Pakistani side of Punjab and Indian side of Punjab look pretty much the same. Then why don't Bangladeshis and India's Bengalis look the same? That's because the only Indian Bengalis people know of are Brahmins, Vaidyas, Kastas. But rest of Bengal uh, does look, genetically speaking, feature wise speaking, look like Bangladeshis. But I pointed this out to say that yeah, Bengal is on the verge of not remaining Bengal. Um, I would bet that Bengal will never be that Bengal ever again, because um, the context was back then that Bengal was the leader. Bengal was the it's going on moving around. Bengal was a leader, the king in the country, and we can't have that anymore because there are so many. No matter how much we progress, we will never be the best in the country in our lifetimes, in our children's lifetimes, because all these other cities who have moved on, they are not going to slow down anytime soon. Probably Bengaluru with their uh, language politics shenanigans, but Hyderabad, oh man, Pune, Mumbai, even Delhi, and maybe someday some cities in Assam and UP might prop up. They are not stopping anytime soon. So we are not going to be the best in India ever again in the next 100 years. But we have some hopes of salvaging whatever is left in Bengal of its Bengal-like things. I don't want to say Bengaliness, but it's not really just Bengaliness, obviously, but uh, what Bengal was, and it should not be called Bengaliness because there were so many Marwari businessmen involved in the greatness of Bengal as well, whether it was funding movies or many other things. Uh, our chat's visible, yes. I once heard the leader of Singapore wanted to, yeah, 1961. Lee Kuan Yew said his dream is to make Singapore like Kolkata. Then Atal Bihari Vajpayee goes to Singapore a few years after it became awesome and was surprised that, wait, when I first came here, it was a crazy village with mosquitoes. Now it's an incredible place. Bengal Files was Bengal, yeah. Kolkata rose with the British and dying as India becomes less British. Exactly. Kolkata is a very weird and curious city. I was discussing this with a friend after all this happened that uh, Kolkata is just half UK and half USSR. Worst of all worlds. It did have the best of UK at least, the good things that could be learned from UK once upon a time. It now has the worst aspects of UK. It has the downfall aspects of USSR and England. Tata, which vehicle do you drive still the R15? I can't anymore. I am semi-handicapped because my ankle is fused. My ankle had to be fused because my uh, because 2-3 inches of my shin bone fell on the road, broke away and fell on the road in front of my eyes. So a lot of nerves got chopped off. So I don't have complete senses. I can't move all my fingers. I couldn't move my ankles. So it's basically the left side of my right leg is paralyzed, and so on the right side of my right leg, my ankle used to get twisted on its own. That's what happens when one side is paralyzed. Okay, like Sharad Pawar, one side of his face is paralyzed, so the face twists to the other side. So in order to prevent my ankle twisting on its own, it had to be fused with my shin bone. The British point is true for Kolkata, not Bengal. Yeah, even back in Mahabharata days, Anga was a great prosperous kingdom. Yes, Dada, you might never know if it can fell this much. It can rise to, yeah, it can rise, but it's unless it beats all the other cities, you're not going to have such significant stalwarts, because significant stalwarts mean that they will come from the most significant place. The most significant place, the spot for most significant place, that's not going to be for Bengal ever. Not ever again, but in our lifetimes and in our children's lifetimes. You can react to the podcast of a successor of Shaborna Chaudhary family and get a view on Kolkata. He, of course, whitewashes Mughal. Who is he? I'll have to check him out. What's your opinion on the recent attacks on Bengalis by non-Bengalis in Kolkata and labeling them as Bangladeshis? Yeah, and this is not a new incident, obviously, because uh, every Indian in their state is racist to some degree or the other. I have faced racism from Nepalis when I studied in the hills of Bengal, in the state of West Bengal, for being Bengali and having dark skin. When I came back to Kolkata, I was bullied by Bengalis for having dark skin, and Northeasterners get uh, racist catcalls in the rest of the country. Rest of the country's people get racist catcalls in Northeast. So it's all the way around. Now, what's new in this case is the numbers are first of all exaggerated, and just 3 days back I was having a conversation with a friend. He went to Taj Mahal in 2018, and uh, the security people, officers asked him to, not security officers, I don't remember, somebody, some guide or somebody asked him to join the foreigners line, okay, because he was speaking in Bengali. So the locals thought he's Bangladeshi. They seem to not have a clue that people who speak Bengali also exist in the country. That's uh, plain and simple ignorance. That's not the hatred kind of racism. That's just ignorance based racism. Now, uh, the numbers that are being touted by the politicians who want to gain from Bengalis feeling butthurt about this, I don't believe their numbers. I believe some of it is happening. I believe some of it has always all forever happened. Now there might be only one thing left to add, that some of it might have increased now because of this general uh, vibe of the entire nation against Bangladeshis. And yes, unfortunately, if you speak in the language of your enemy, some of the heat is going to come upon you. It's unfortunate. uh, let's hope it decreases. But similarly, just because of the country's vibe against a group of people, since the updated Supreme Court judgment on the Delhi dogs, I think it's for the entire country, that yes, we will not capture them and leave them to die in a godforsaken shelter, but you can't feed them. So all of a sudden, female dog feeders started getting beaten up by random fat fucking uncles on the streets of Delhi. So yes, when the state incentivizes aggression towards a group of people, other people will take it up on them to do what they only could have done in their dreams up until that point. Woke Bengalis' behavior on social media doesn't help. That would also be a bit of victim blaming. That's why I don't bring that point up too much. Can we create multiple centers than Kolkata alone? Rudra, what a great question. Thanks for reminding me. I went to Kalyani recently. There's a place called Kalyani in Bengal. It's one of those centrally planned towns and stuff, but it does work. The problem with central planning and planned townships is that they become dead cities. Kalyani, for some reason, is not like that. It's being pretty well maintained. I don't know who the MLA or MP is. Probably Trinamool guys only. But oh my god, holy shit! Are any of you from Kalyani? Kalyani is what 90s kids of Kolkata think Kolkata once or sometime at some point was. I don't think Kolkata ever was Kalyani. But I, for the life of me, don't fucking know at the moment why isn't Kalyani the capital of West Bengal. It's pretty much the most awesome place I have been in the plains of Bengal. I, you won't believe unless you visit this place called Kalyani. I visited it long time back in 2015 or 16 as a live sound engineer. First for the band called Delete, then for a Bengali band called Prachir in Kalyani University only. And now I'm back there this year. Everything that you want to buy is within 5 minutes. Like the second time I went to Kalyani, I lost my way. Okay, I was visiting a friend. I lost my way. The map was screwing it up, so I had to basically tour around entire Kalyani to find out that place. And entire Kalyani, I toured around in 10 minutes pretty much, because the roads are so well maintained, they're so systematic, and gorgeous roads, gorgeous restaurants, gorgeous cafes, gorgeous buildings, gorgeous residential solo bungalows, gorgeous flats, and one insane building. I heard I kept asking my friends, who the fuck owns this house? It's probably the most beautiful non-British made building I have seen in Bengal. People said it's run by it's the house of some sand mafia guy. I said, okay, sand mafia bro, at least you have taste. At least I get to witness some beauty in front of me. It's in, where's that house? It's in block 15, if anybody's from Kalyani here. It has huge security gates and stuff because sand mafia, he needs security. But oh my god, what a vision. It's a goddamn palace to begin with, but he hired a great architect. It's pretty much modern architecture. But Kalyani needs to be made the capital of West Bengal, at least for its beauty. Kalyani Bibi ke last version. The whole Kalyani, Mohanpur, Jagoli region is great compared to my hometown or even Kolkata. Bidhan Chandra Roy named it after his crush. I've heard that's a rumor. Kalyani is run by BJP. Hello, Dada. Good to see you back again. The battle for taking back College Street continues. It has to continue. All of us have to take some stand at least, because we can't let Bengal become Bihar. I went to Kolani for the Iti Durga Pujo. I see. I guess Bihar and Bengal needs a leader like Singapore. Both states shall prosper thereafter. But you see, Kartikeya, Singapore like leader would mean that kind of authority. Mm, if that much of authority can be exercised legally, then yes. Why no right-wing YouTubers are talking about Bengal files? Bengal files is based on no, aren't they? I think they are. We might be focusing on it too much because it's finally some movie about us. Therefore, we kind of automatically expect them to talk about it all the time. And I know where you are coming from, because I feel the same way when I'm not like, if I performed in a live concert and then some guy has shot a video all the time, I think, why didn't he take more shots of me? Then I take a step back and think of it from a third person's perspective and see that it's a normal live stream footage. I'm there as much as anybody else was there. So it's kind of I think a fallacy to think that they are not talking enough about it. I don't think Kolkata can remain best in the East after a decade. Is it the best in the East right now? Although, yeah, Guwahati isn't really better than Kolkata in anything. Uh, what is Kolkata great at? Kolkata does have a kind of good music scene. That's all I can say. I don't know anything else that is awesome in Kolkata right now. A thriving Bengali rap scene, most of whom are commies. On the other hand, Guwahati has had insane, incredible metal bands forever. So Patna is better. No, it's not. Bhubaneswar is better. In what? In terms of roads and job prospects, probably, yeah. Odisha cities are better there. Cities in Odisha? What are the cities in Odisha? Dada, would you like to watch Sharma show live right now? No, that would be very unfair to his viewership. I am from Siliguri. I've heard Siliguri is making a lot of big strides. What are you all happy about in Siliguri? What's going on in Siliguri that people are celebrating, bro? Because uh, every time I go to Siliguri, the frustration is with the heat and the traffic jams, and and because I'm 5 minutes away from the beautiful mountains, and it's insanely hot here in the plains. Cuttack is really nice. I've never been to Cuttack. Dada, how did your jiu-jitsu training and fitness help you? Yeah, jiu-jitsu I did not try out at all because I would be in jail for attempt to murder. And fitness, so yes, I would be way more injured if I was not fit. Kolkata has a lot of business enlisted, hence the states are skewed towards Kolkata when GDP calculations are done. Kolkata is still one of the highest GDP producers of Bharat. Okay. I often write against in LinkedIn. Oh, good. Please do trailer breakdown of Bengal Files. The yeah, I think we should do that today. Two keywords: leadership and sacrifice. Unfortunately, can't do both. Hence, we yeah. Uh, get ready for some loneliness. Then it might help you. Siliguri is destined to become great. I'm not from the city, but it is an entry spot for Northeast. Yes, imagine it as the Chicago of East. It is entry spot for Northeast. If Bengal and Siliguri doesn't mend its ways soon, Guwahati is going to be considered the entry spot for Northeast. That I have been fascinated with Sanjeev Sanyal for a long time. What kind of a man is he? Well, firstly, the stuff most of you all know. Global strategist for Deutsche Bank, member of the urban planning department in the Singapore government, has a black belt in Taekwondo, has a license in kayaking, training kayaking, okay, kayaking instructor's license. Um, then writes a book on economics, whose foreword is written by Shashi Tharoor. Then writes a book on history, which is pretty much kind of copied by William Dalrymple about 10 years later. And everyone goes, oh, India was awesome. And now William Dalrymple goes on a podcast and says, we have been lied to. Yes, Sanjeev Sanyal had been saying that since 2012 or 13 when he wrote Land of Seven Rivers. And back then, everyone, all of you all, not you all, people like Dalrymple told him that you are not a real historian. Then Sanjeev Sanyal used to say, Well, who were the historians in the British era? All of them were bureaucrats, land revenue officers, and stuff, and civic engineers, civil engineers, etc. The most of them were not historians. So yeah, I'm researching. I'm writing some stuff that I think people need to know. Call me out on the facts. Okay, if I wrote something wrong, write about it. Who's stopping you? Nobody does that, of course. Then Sanjeev Sanyal, uh, as far as I've heard, not from him personally, as far as I've known from the outside, that Arun Jaitley sets his eyes on him and hires him as the uh, principal economic advisor to Madam Nirmala Sitharaman. Now he is a member of the uh, Economic Advisory Council to the Prime Minister of the biggest democracy in the history of mankind. And he has insane views and not insane, I mean, incredibly awesome views. Not all of it can be fructified because of democracy and electoral politics and because of the lack of counter narratives against the general Gandhian socialism kind of ideas. And he has fuck you money. If he's fired from the government tomorrow, it probably would not be that big of a deal to him. And that makes him very moral and a man you can trust, a man with integrity. But what your question really was that what kind of a man is he? Think of everything you have imagined in the Bengali greats of yesteryears, and imagine one of them hopped on a time machine and came to India today. That is Sanjeev Sanyal. It's going almost well retrowave. I used to know about Sanjeev Sanyal even when I lived in Singapore. I see. Okay, there's a private chat. Let me see if somebody is trying to join. Don't have to take me just whenever. Oh yeah, Aryan. I'll take you when you are ready. When I'm done. Rantak Pakko is making fun of. But their funders are funding Ganesh Chaturthi everywhere. In summers, the temperature is nearly 40. In Shiliguri, it's unbearable. Oh yes. Excuse me. To be fair to Kolkata's 40 degree is about 100 times more tolerable than Siliguri's 40 degrees because there's not enough humidity in Siliguri, I think. So you get fried, not boiled in. You get boiled in Kolkata, you get fried in Siliguri. I ask especially because I'm aspiring to be an economist statistician. Yeah. He is not your run-of-the-mill economist and statistician, obviously, because he openly calls out developmental economists. If you were as much a fanboy of Sanjeev Sanyal as I am, if you see his videos from 2016, 17, etc., the number of things he said, so what to, that's fascinating. And if more people said so what to all of those pretty much BS accusations or observations that rising income inequality, etc., all of that, those kinds of things, okay, which are not really disastrous things, but they are just said in such a tone that, a cigarette box, okay, this is actually a bad thing, okay, let's say, a Salvatore Babones book, Salvatore Babones wrote a book, what, how can Salvatore Babones write a book, that sort of a thing. And in that situation you're supposed to say, yes, a professor wrote a book, what the fuck is there to be surprised about? The Sanjeev Sanyal used to go around saying so what to a lot of those things, which I wish all other economists did. And his favorite economist is Friedrich Hayek, who once, who in his Nobel acceptance speech said that there's a disease that economists suffer from, the disease of thinking that we know everything. So Sanjeev Sanyal knows that economists can pretty much claim to prove anything with a graph, but in the end, markets work, other things don't. Rishabh is saying, how do you expect the mother to come to your town next month if you insult her child? Blocking top 5. Bhapte Parchan Savarkar. Bhapte Parchan Savarkar Jol ke. Yeah, pretty much. And that's what made a distinction in my mind between the friends who defended me that day and the friends who didn't. As I was saying in the beginning, that 99% of my friends have been saying two things: that why did you get involved, and secondly, it happens in other states as well. But the friend who did defend me, whose mom defended me, and whose wife defended me. His wife, in fact, went a step further in one particular issue, exactly where all my other friends disappointed me, was that some people tried to complain to them, saying that, oh, he has said so many bad things, which I didn't, of course, because the situation was not that. The situation was very light to begin with. It was made not light by them. So it was almost a banter like situation. There was nothing for me to get pissed off about in the beginning, okay, before the live stream. So her first reaction, that wife of my friend, her first reaction to that guy was, yeah, so what? I called you up to see if you can do something about it. I don't need a lecture from you. Okay, these are not the sentences she said, but these were basically implied. And that's what I expected everyone else to have. And no, I will have a smoke now. I still don't know what happened, but I'm glad. Yeah, basically what happened was I refused Chanda to our bros. At this point, I'm convinced. Yeah, and smoking is injurious for health, guys. Do not smoke. I bought a beautiful lighter from Kollani. Say no to drugs and say no to cigarettes. Anyway, that's not a rhetorical question, but what do you think you achieve after all these? Very good question here to learn. Like you had to go through police and legal trouble, physically terribly beaten up, lost so much money and peace. Very good question. Very good question. What was the point then? First and foremost point was that it was not a conscious and well thought out decision that yes, if a day they are going to come for Chanda and I'm going to refuse, etc. I just could not have anyway. Like I was saying in the beginning, you probably had not joined up until at that point. I was saying that I never order meat dishes, even in friends gatherings where I'm basically supposed to pay and stuff, or even whoever's my girlfriend and stuff, and I can't pay money to thieves. And so wait, I get so distracted while discussing this. There's so much PTSD-ish things that I'm losing track of my thoughts, and therefore I lit up a cigarette. Yeah. So it was not well thought out to begin with. And secondly, what did it achieve? I think it achieved a thought in people's minds in such peaceful South Kolkata neighborhoods that, oh, this shit has now reached our doorsteps. Because that's another thing that everyone, from my lawyer to my friends to the relatives to the friends of the relatives to people in the neighborhood, have been saying that it would be a common thing if it happened in the mafiosos of West Bengal, because what happens outside Kolkata stays outside Kolkata. Who gives a shit if it happens anywhere else? People are like that in Bengal. But now it's happening in South Kolkata. Then it must be something big. That has been achieved. And frankly, I was a bit surprised with myself as well. It was not my intention to be involved in these things in this way. I am happy with my channel and my music production and my sociology discussion, addressing problems from the sociological lens. But this street things, I actively wanted to avoid, which is why I kept such a low profile for all these years. Which is why masking my channel even worked on this day. People say, color of t-shirt, beard, why such a name? If I had listened to all those people, you have no idea how fucked I would be. Oh, I have to wear the specs again because I can't see the comments. What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, and Retrowave is saying something hilarious, but this reminds me of another point I had to add. That since that happened, so many people have been calling up saying that, let me know if you need some help and stuff. Now, to my surprise, what they mean is they'll probably call someone up through their contacts and beg for mercy for me. Now, for that, I don't need their help. That option was available to me even in the live stream. If I begged for mercy for myself, I could have gotten away with it. So for that, I don't need friends, relatives, or contacts. So right now, all I need is money for my lawyer's fees and beefing up security in my home and all the rest of the medical expenses that will go into fixing this. But what's the point of having any contacts if it's just for begging and saying that yes, he might have made some mistake, but still, can you please let him go? That's not what I need. And the other thing I wanted to really share with you all, for as a beginner's guide to standing up for yourself, is that not only is it going to be a lonely journey, it's going to be an insanely physically fatiguing journey because of how much anger you store in your body all day long, 24/7. I had no idea of. I can't even ash with my right hand. God damn it! Wait, I'll keep the ashtray here. I am not that intelligent apparently. So ever since that night, my emotions, my rage have been on 100. The knob is here. It's all here. I'm feeling it here. My AC needs to work twice as hard to keep my body cool. Everywhere I'm going, in a cab or in a friend's place, I'm thinking the AC is probably not working because my body is heated up that much all the time. And that is insanely fatiguing. I had no clue that um, what to do next, what could I have done better, etc. All those thoughts and the rage, all the lies they have said about me, all the fake cases against me, all of that, angers you, and makes your brain tired. And this is what people in martial arts always learn: never fight angry, because you tire quickly if you fight angry. Backstory after a lot of stuff is done. Yes, lots of bruises, pains, swellings, cuts on the head, body, everywhere, and broken, dislocated things, torn tendons, etc. You should make merch saying, yes. I'm thinking of a merch depicting a animated version of a screenshot from that live stream, and the caption will be "Make Bengal again," or "Bengal ke Bihar hote debo na," etc. Oh, I understand this rage after a street fight. Dim khao, collagen khao for muscle repair. Yes. Do you think Elon Musk's Starbase or the network state of Balaji Srinivasan could be a solution? A solution for what exactly, Dinakar? Milan Shuddhadipto is saying Kaal Bhairav is with you. I have downloaded the. Yeah, good. Yeah. Yes, Shakra. Dada, I think you should shoot the backstory in recorded form rather than live. Yeah, probably. Yeah, good enough. Good idea. Dada, get a licensed Webley copy from the Dharmtala shop. What's a Webley copy? One genuine question: why didn't you send that video incident to local Bengali mainstream media? Oh, Challenger, good question. It would have escalated the shit out of the situation, and I'm already facing so much pushback for even getting into this situation. I would get even harder and stronger pushback for escalating this further. Niner, it will. Oh, Tommy Shelby, lol. আচ্ছা বাঁকুড়াবাসী দাদা দেখতে ভালো লাগলো, থ্যাংক ইউ বাঁকুড়াবাসী. Like building a new city for like-minded people. There can be no city of like-minded people, because like-minded, that phrase like-minded can only apply for one or two things. No, like-minded can't happen for everything. Like today I can make one city in India of just metalheads and metal lovers, metal musicians, maybe metal fans. All of them live together. Not live together, I mean, yeah, stay together in one spot. Within 1 year, there will be huge riots between people who like old school metal that happened in the 70s, and people who like progressive metal from today. And I will be one of them. I really, really like modern metal. I really, really dislike old school metal. So again, someone will think of, let's have just one city for modern progressive metal fans. Then there will be a fight between people who want guitar solos in those metal songs and people who don't want guitar solos in those metal songs. I don't like guitar solos in metal songs. Say, Dada, if someone else goes complaint on up or behalf from, is that possible? Would you like that? I can't even, I can neither confirm nor deny this question, or even say yes or no to this question. There can be gated community. I don't know. Gated communities are on the up, right? Gated communities are becoming really, really popular. I think that is going to be the future unless our civic situation goes through a revolution, sea change. Manak also 49 to 47. Holy shit. I see. What the fuck? I did not know this. 10 bros came to my house. Their Chandra demand double. Yeah. No bargaining. Dada, black metal shono to me. Behemoth I like. A lot of old school metal fans, I think, like Behemoth. I do like Behemoth. Black metal, I like almost all the big bands. I don't know if they are considered big bands anymore, but in the heyday of Kolkata's metal scene, I liked all the black metal bands. Gorgoroth, Behemoth, and my favorite was Dimmu Borgir. Not Tool, Shayok. Tool. Yes. I'm a huge Tool fan. 4,000 per capita is the threshold for infra upgrade. There's no doubt of the bravery of some of Bengalis, but that is it. Some Bengalis, because the rest of, yeah. Dada, একটা question ছিল তুমি, like, have you thought of making good edited videos, good presentation with voiceovers and all? I want to channel to grow. Yeah, Milan, a lot of people have suggested that. First of all, I need a editing team and stuff for that. But secondly, that would make me like just another YouTuber. There are lots of YouTubers like that, even in Bengal, even non-left YouTubers like that. What's a lighter brand? I don't think there's a brand. This is some random China stuff, I think. But there's the Death Note symbol here, and it's a really cool way of lighting it. Therefore, I like it. Do you listen to Cruel Intentions, Hanoi Rock? No, I don't. And there's another genre I like related to black metal a little, which is depressive, suicidal black metal. There's a band called Austere. Fascinating. Kothai jujitsu korcho? That information is classified. Hi, Buddhadev. We need a community. Can you organize an event, LPI Bengal? LPI Bengal will happen. They have been saying it. They will probably do it next year. Thank you, Buddhadev. Molchat Doma শুনেছো? No. Who are these artists? Have some things about upcoming Ramayana. Yes, we will discuss the Ramayana. I am still inclined to believe that, guys, Ramayana as a overall movie will probably be a disappointment. But I'm guaranteeing you this. The music that you heard in the teaser, that melody, that motif will be played in very, very significant situations with slow-mo and stuff. Maybe at the exact moment when Ravan is getting killed, and we will lose our fucking collective minds over it. It is going to be awesome. Those scenes are on their own going to be incredible. Rahman will absolutely deliver on the probably the romantic melodies, all the non-war scenes, and in the war scenes, Hans Zimmer is going to take over and throw it out of the ballpark. Is Ganesh Chaturthi Pujo really outsider Pujo? That question does not deserve a response. Part 1 would probably not have Ravana getting killed. Yeah, obviously. They will probably hint at it, maybe show some glimpses, like at the end of Bahubali 1. That you should listen to Foxy Shazam songs. They are very... Acha, who is this artist now? I need to catch up. Excuse me. After war to no faith in writer Sridhar. DS. I will... I agree with you 50% and I don't agree with you 50% because Sridhar Raghavan is a great writer, okay? I think Bluffmaster, Taxi Number Nodo Gera, these one of the best movies in Bollywood ever were written by him only. But after all, he is going to write what the directors and producers want him to write. And that's where I agree with you. He's probably going to disappoint because people are... his director, his producer is probably going to make him write the wrong things. And I think Namit Malhotra has, from the vibe that I got, from the way he was talking, I think he might have some overreach in terms of involvement with the film, because it's so much of his contacts and money basically getting the film made. And I think that's going to get the film screwed, because although he is intelligent enough to know that he should not be involved in the making aspect of it, but I'm getting vibes that he is going to be that kind of a producer who is breathing down the shoulders of the composer, or not the composers, at least Nitesh Tiwari. And again, Nitesh Tiwari is also a fascinating director. Filmmaking wise, Dangal is an incredible movie. But what does Nitesh Tiwari want to show? There we will have disagreements. And for the disagreements, mainly, Ramayan might end up being a disappointment. And if it's a disappointment, even filmmaking wise, that I think will be the fault of Namit Malhotra, not Nitesh Tiwari. Big Beef guy is in the movie, so Big Beef guy, the composers, both the composers are also Big Beef guys. We'll watch it just for the soundtrack. Oh yes. Even if Karan Johar made this, I would have watched it, because of the because of Hans Zimmer and A.R. Rahman. You know, um, people who are far from being an atheist probably won't get this, about people like us who were raised atheist, now kind of know better, but are still in the transition phase. I'm not doing puja part all day, obviously, but uh, that scene, every time I watch that teaser, when that title page comes on, music by Hans Zimmer and A.R. Rahman, I find it really tough to look at the screen. My head goes down automatically. I can't help it. It bows. What do you feel about Dire Straits and Salmon? Dire Straits I don't like all that much. I just like um, Brothers in Arms. Is that, it's not Dire Straits song, right? It's Mark Knopfler's solo project. So yeah, I don't like any Dire Straits really. I have always found Dire Straits interesting only because Sachin Tendulkar's favorite band is Dire Straits. But Simon and Garfunkel, I really, really, really like, especially their Central Park, New York Central Park. It's called Central Park, right? New York Central Park concert from the 80s. Barbarika Didi saying, anyone? Wait, let's see. Anyone want to make a group trip to Bhubaneswar to go? According to Ganapatya Shastra, every Chaturthi is Ganesh Chaturthi, and this Bhadrapada Ganesh Chaturthi, Mala Jata Ganapati, Bengalis usually celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi the day before Sri Panchami. Sultans of Swing. Not that much. It's too old school for me. I like a bit more of either complex melody, complex harmony, or a bit of heaviness. And none of that is there in Dire Straits. But I would not blame Dire Straits for not having those things, because after all, the genres that I like, they progressed, they happened because they stood on the shoulders of Dire Straits. Because someone or the other would have to make the sound that Dire Straits did. Otherwise, it would not progress. That's the same reason I don't like most songs by Mohiniyar Ghuraguli. But after all, Fossils Cactus would not happen without Mohiniyar Ghuraguli. If Mohiniyar Ghuraguli did not happen, if Gautam Chattopadhyay did not exist, Fossils Cactus would have to make that sound. That's how genres progress pretty much. And the insane fight, insane war that people like Cactus and mainly Rupam Islam had to go through to establish this sound in Bengal. Holy shit! The stuff people would say to him in the beginning days, and just like someone was asking me, that leftist photographer we had on for a debate, he was saying that this Ram Navami celebrations and stuff, all this is really ugly. This does not go with Bengal's vibe. And so I asked him. I know that he is insane Fossils fan, the band whose vocalist is Rupam Islam. So I asked him, don't you remember that everything you are saying to the Ram Navami celebrations, or saying about the Ram Navami celebrations, that is exactly what was said about Fossils and Bangla rock and hard rock and Rupam Islam. Why do you look this way? Why do you sing this way? This is not Bengali culture. Why are you saying those exact same subjective artistic things about Ram Navami? What is your problem really? How would it satisfy you? In what way should Ram Navami be celebrated according to your tastes? Money for Nothing, Tunnel of Love, and Sultans of Swing are my jam. Rutvik, old school bro. This is dedicated to BBK of Kolkata. Appreciate it. We all stand on the shoulders of giants, yes. Remember, tamas and rajas are part of the nature that Vishnu establishes in Brahman itself. At least that's how I see the philosophical perspective. His problem is the religion. Mahanak also fought. Yeah, top 5. I've read your comment. I'm not reading it too much. Review Dhurandhar music. Oh my god. Bhai Dhurandhar ka kya music. Holy. Shashwat Sachdev obviously did insane great background score in Uri and did insane great music for Uri. But when it came to Article 370, he did again insanely great background scores, but not memorable melodies, which I don't care about because not all background scores are meant to be memorable. But the songs were really disappointing. But now the guy has again come up, is back to his element pretty much with Dhurandhar. That song, oh my god. That is a fascinating song. Incredible song. आपको फेलुदा कैसा लगता है? Yeah. Big Feluda fan. I've read all of it. I've read every Feluda. I read every Feluda before I reached class 5 or 6 probably. Please listen to Oh Lord by Foxy Shazam. Okay. Up to audience hello. Yes. Let's have some audience discussions now. By the way, talking about music, the side A and side B for Metro in the Know has been pretty amazing. I haven't listened to any songs from that movie as of now. No, I will have to. By the way, I just finished the first 4 chapters of Salvatore's book so far, probably the most informed book on Indian politics from a sociology background. Oh, nice. Okay, let's have some audience discussions. Hello, audience invader.
নমস্কার দাদা, কেমন আছেন আপনি?
Almost good.
ভালো সুস্থ থাকুন, ভালো থাকুন। আর গণেশ পুজোর অশেষ শুভেচ্ছা।
Thank you. তোমাকেও।
So I will continue in English or in Hindi for the benefit of the audience. तो हिंदी में ही बोलते हैं। तो जो आपके साथ घटना हुई, मैं उस पर बहुत गहरी चर्चा तो नहीं करूंगा, आप भी बाध्य है। तो मैं बस यही कहूंगा कि आपके साहस को देखकर बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे। मेरे भी विचार थोड़े अलग प्रकार के थे, पर मैं आपका विरोध नहीं करूंगा आपके सिद्धांतों का। मैं बस आपको यही कहूंगा कि आप चुन लीजिए कि आपको इंटेलेक्चुअल बैटल करना है या ऑन ग्राउंड बैटल करना है, और उस हिसाब से अपनी तैयारी करके रखिए। क्योंकि आपको यदि धरातल पर भी लड़ना है तो आपके पास कुछ लोग होने चाहिए, कुछ ऐसी व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए जिसको आप कभी भी एक्टिवेट कर सकते।
एग्जैक्टली।
जिससे आपको आगे जाके कभी समस्या ना। बस यही है। और नहीं तो फिर आप जैसे बच के यूट्यूब में अपना काम कर रहे थे वैसे ही करते रहिए। क्योंकि आपके पास कोई व्यवस्था नहीं है और आप पंगा लेने जाएंगे तो आप जिस प्रकार से योगदान दे रहे हैं, भले ही गिलहरी प्रयास हो, हम सब अपने अपनी ओर से करते, पर फिर आगे योगदान नहीं दे पाएंगे। बेकार में त्याग करके कोई लाभ नहीं है। तो मेरा यही मत है। पर ठीक है, आपने बहुत बढ़िया काम किया और कुछ लोगों ने आपको निश्चित रूप से निराश किया होगा, पर यही जीवन है, आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते। आप अपना कर्म करते जाओ, फल भगवान देखे, भैरव भगवान पर छोड़। तो यही मैं कहना चाह रहा था। और मेरे पास कुछ विषय है। संजीव सन्याल के विषय में चर्चा हो रही थी, तो मेरे कुछ विचार थे। संजीव सन्याल को सुनकर ना मुझे वो कई सारे राइट विंग इंटेलेक्चुअल लोग से भी बहुत अलग लगता। वो हमेशा नई विचार रखते, हट के। सब राइट विंग इंटेलेक्चुअल जब पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल पे बात आती है तो सब बोलते नहीं पॉपुलेशन कंट्रोल होना चाहिए। वो एकमात्र व्यक्ति है जिसने कहा भाई बर्थ रेट्स का बट्टा बैठ रहा है, बढ़ाओ बर्थ रेट्स, क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग। वो एकमात्र व्यक्ति है जिसने ये पूरे चर्चा को दोबारा से जागृत किया लोगों में। अब राइट विंग लोग थोड़ा
हम जब ये सब दोस्तों के सामने बोलते हैं तो कोई तो सपोर्ट नहीं मिलता है। सबको लगता है कि पॉपुलेशन बहुत खराब है, ज्यादा पॉपुलेशन। तो अभी एटलीस्ट एक इकोनॉमिक एडवाइजर है जो कि हमारी बात बोल रहा है। दैट्स बिकॉज ही हैज फक यू मनी, और इसी के वजह से उनके पास इतना इंटीग्रिटी है और दिमाग चलाने का साहस भी है, बोलने का भी साहस है।
हाँ, उनमें साहस अद्भुत है। और उन्होंने उनके मैंने कुछ इंटरव्यूज देखे थे, तो उन्होंने बोला था कि आई एम नॉट बिल्डिंग एन इकोनॉमी, आई एम बिल्डिंग अ सिविलाइजेशन। तो उसमें उन्होंने बोला था कि एस्थेटिक्स की भूमिका क्या। कि हमारे बिल्डिंग अच्छे नहीं दिखते, ये नहीं अच्छे दिखते, वो है कि लैक ऑफ एस्पिरेशंस के कारण एस्थेटिक्स पर ध्यान नहीं देते थे। बोलते
एग्जैक्टली।
कुछ मेमोरेबल होना चाहिए, एस्थेटिक्स
यस।
होना चाहिए, अच्छे
यस।
बिल्डिंग्स, अच्छा म्यूजिक, अच्छा ड्रेसिंग,
यस।
सब कुछ होना चाहिए, कुछ याद रखना चाहिए। अंग्रेजों ने भी क्यों बनाया था कि लोग याद रखें कि अंग्रेजी सभ्यता भी कुछ थी।
यस।
तो वो उस पर उन्होंने विचार रखे थे और मुझे वो बहुत ही अद्भुत लगे थे। किसी राइट विंगर ने, मैंने बहुत लोगों को देखा हुआ है, खंगाला हुआ है, ऐसी बातें नहीं की जैसी उन्होंने की। इसीलिए मुझे वो व्यक्ति सच में बहुत अच्छा लगता है। जब भी उनकी बातें सुनता हूँ, मन प्रफुल्लित हो जाता है, तनाव चला जाता है मेरे
यस।
मन से। तो ये उनकी
एग्जैक्टली।
प्रशंसा में कुछ। तीसरा है, आप जो कह रहे थे कि कलकत्ता दूसरे शहरों को पीछे नहीं छोड़ पाएगा। हो सकता है बैंगलोर भाषा के आधार पर जो राजनीति हो रही है उसके कारण पिछड़ जाए।
राइट।
हैदराबाद, मुंबई ये सब आगे बढ़ेगा। अब दुर्भाग्य ये है, जब आपने ये कहा कि अब तेलंगाना में भी मारवाड़ी गो बैक करके इन्होंने अपना एक आंदोलन चला दिया, क्योंकि मारवाड़ी लोग व्यापार लूट रहे हैं, मारवाड़ी लोग टैक्स चोरी करते हैं, फलाना ढिमकाना, अपना डांडिया कल्चर ला रहे हैं। मारवाड़ी और गुजराती दोनों को मिला लिया, तो डांडिया ला रहे हैं, ठीक है, डांडिया ला रहे हैं, तो अपना कल्चर थोप रहे हैं। हमारे बिजनेस, जो लोकल बिजनेसमैन है उनको खा जा रहे हैं। तो इसको लेके बहुत बवाल हुआ तेलंगाना और थोड़ा बहुत आंध्रा में। तो अब ये कचरा आंध्रा और तेलंगाना में भी घुस रहा है। तो ये एक तीसरा विषय। चौथा है कि मुझे लगता है ये सब पिछले कुछ दिनों में 4-5 घटनाएं हुई हैं जहाँ पे हिंदू समाज और हिंदू व्यवस्था पर आक्रमण हुआ है। एक तो धर्मस्थल है कर्नाटका में, जिसमें
यस।
बोला गया कि 1000 से अधिक मृत शव पाए गए हैं लड़कियों के, जो कि पूरा झूठ निकला। उससे
अच्छा।
पहले रोहित वेमुला बिल, हाँ वो झूठ निकला। उससे पहले
ओ।
रोहित वेमुला बिल, जो कि
या।
जिसमें था कि अपर कास्ट हिंदू को छोड़ के और सारे लोगों को हम सुरक्षा देंगे, उसमें
या।
मुसलमान और ईसाई और अल्पसंख्यक भी होंगे। तीसरा है अब ये जय तेलंगाना और मारवाड़ी गो बैक। तो मुझे लग रहा है कोई तंत्र काम कर रहा है जो हिंदुओं को तोड़ने का प्रयास कर रहा है। हिंदू संस्थाओं पर आक्रमण, हिंदू समाज पर आक्रमण, इसके पीछे कौन है मुझे थोड़ी थोड़ी भनक है। वो तमिलनाडु में जो लोग करते हैं ये सब, जो वर्ग करता है, आप समझ रहे होंगे मैं किसकी बात कर रहा हूँ, जो गांव के गांव पूरा बदल देता है।
या।
तो उन लोगों का हाथ लग रहा है मुझे, क्योंकि वो लोग इस प्रकार से ही काम करते हैं। तो ये है।
क्योंकि कास्ट में बांटना थोड़ा भी मुश्किल हो गया है, क्योंकि इतना फ्रीबीज वगैरह हो गया है, इतना रिजर्वेशन हो गया है कि अभी थोड़ा यूनिटी हो रहा है। तो रिमेम्बर एक बार श्याम शर्मा डिस्कस कर रहा था कि वो जब वो एंटी हिंदुत्व जो कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था ना, वहां पे उन लोगों का कंप्लेन का एक गुस्से का एक पॉइंट था कि ये लोअर कास्ट काहे इतना यूनाइट हो रहे हैं राइट अपर कास्ट से। तो अब इनको नया डिवीजन कुछ चाहिए, और ये लैंग्वेज तो है सबसे आसान तरीका, इसलिए।
तो ये एक है, तो ये तो आप सच बोल रहे हैं। एक बंगाल फाइल्स पे मुझे लगता है बहुत अच्छा पीआर हुआ है विवेक अग्निहोत्री को। जो झमेला हुआ, पूरे बंगाल के लोगों को पता चल गया कि क्या हो रहा है। भले ही नकारात्मक बात करे, सकारात्मक बात करे, पर उसको एबीपी के न्यूज ने भी कवर किया। बंगाल का जो एबीपी बांग्ला है उसने भी कवर किया, और उसने भी एक प्रकार से समर्थन ही किया कि क्यों फिल्म नहीं दिखा सकते या ट्रेलर का लॉन्च क्यों नहीं कर सकते। उन्होंने विवेक अग्निहोत्री का विरोध नहीं किया पूरी तरह।
हाँ।
तो ये एक मुझे एक प्रकार से सकारात्मक परिवर्तन दिखा है बंगाल में। बंगाल की जो परिचर्चा होती है इंटेलेक्चुअल्स में या जो भी भद्रलोक में, उसमें ये एक अच्छा परिवर्तन दिखा है।
मगर ये पुशबैक
प्रमुख
हमारा ऑनलाइन आर्मी के पुशबैक के वजह से ही हुआ है, नहीं तो ये बोल देते हाँ
निश्चित रूप से,
फैशिस्ट मूवी है तो नहीं दिखाएंगे, भागो। ये
नहीं नहीं
पुशबैक की वजह
निश्चित
से ही हो
रूप
रहा
से, नहीं नहीं निश्चित रूप से, पर मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये एक सुखद,
यस।
इट्स अ पॉजिटिव डेवलपमेंट, एक सुखद आश्चर्य। ठीक
यस।
है, तो ये एक मुझे अच्छा लगा बंगाल फाइल्स में जो भी हो, पर ये एक बहुत ही अच्छी जगह जा रहा है, एक सकारात्मक पथ पर निकला है बंगाल इस विषय।
हम्म
अ,
हम्म
एक है जो आप रामायण के बारे में बोल रहे थे, तो
हम्म,
इसमें मुझे एक वीडियो मिला है, प्रतीक बोराडे और अमित अमी गणात्रा जी के बीच में चर्चा हो
अच्छा
रही थी। इसमें उन्होंने
अच्छा अच्छा
रामायण को लेकर कुछ प्रश्न पूछे। मैं आपको वो वीडियो
हम्म,
का लिंक भी भेज देता हूँ, भेजा है
अच्छा
इनफैक्ट। आप
अच्छा ओके
शेयर
भेज
करके
दो
चला भी सकते हैं। मैं आपको समय बता देता हूँ कब से चलाना। 55,
ठीक है
54 या 55, 56 ऐसे कुछ चलाइए, देखते हैं
अच्छा
वहीं से है। आप
ठीक है
उनके
अभी
प्रश्न और उत्तर
अभी
देखिए।
ठीक है अगर बाद
हाँ,
में टाइम मिले तो देख लेंगे क्योंकि अभी बहुत गेस्ट है पीछे भी।
ओके ओके। वैसे पाँच
हाँ
सात मिनट का सेक्शन है, पर ठीक है, आपको जैसे
ठीक है
सुविधा है
हाँ देख
आप
लेंगे
बाद में
हाँ
देख
हाँ
लीजिए।
हाँ हाँ
ठीक है, तो उस पर प्रतीक बोराडे ने कुछ वहाँ के फिल्मकारों की मंशा बताई कि उनका
हम्म
उनकी सोच क्या है। रावण
हम्म
को जो बोला है कि रिवेंज, वो रिवेंज के पीछे सोच क्या है।
हम्म
उस पे प्रतीक बोराडे तो वैसे भी इस फिल्म को लेकर बहुत सकारात्मक भावना नहीं रखते, पर
हम्म
उन्होंने क्योंकि कुछ प्रमाण दिए पॉडकास्ट के,
हम्म
इसीलिए मुझे लगा कि इस विषय को थोड़ा देखना
हम्म
चाहिए हमें।
तो
तो
वो भी कह रहे हैं कि ये डिसअपॉइंटमेंट ही होगा प्रीटी मच।
हाँ, वो तो कह रहे, वो तो कभी भी इस फिल्म के समर्थन में नहीं थे। वो कह
हम्म
रहे कि बॉलीवुड इकोसिस्टम ही बना रहे, जो लोग बना रहे उनकी मानसिकता थोड़ी अलग प्रकार की। वो जैसी टीका टिप्पणी कर रहे हैं, जैसे रावण का जो भूमिका निभा रहे हैं यश, उन्होंने जो कहा कि हम ग्रे शेड दिखाएंगे और ये वो, तो
उफ,
उसको लेकर पहले से ही थोड़ा सा है। तो मुझे भी इस रामायण से उतनी आशा नहीं है। यदि राजमौली बना रहे होते तो
या ऑब्वियसली
मैं आंख बंद करके उनको विश्वास करता।
या हाँ
राजमौली बना रहे होते।
और राजा
और
मौली बनाते
या
तो
तेलुगु,
MM कीरवानी म्यूजिक भी कर देते कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं
हम्म,
रहता पूरा रामायण जैसा
या
रामायण
फिर
बनता।
या फिर तेलुगु इंडस्ट्री से कोई और बनाता, तेलुगु या कन्नड़ा।
हम्म हम्म
तो मैं मान जाता है। एक दो
या
वहाँ के एक्सेप्शन होंगे डायरेक्टर्स जो हिंदू विरोधी होंगे, नहीं तो फिर वो
हम्म
लोग थोड़ा शास्त्रों को समझने वाले लोग।
हम्म
तो ये सारे विषय अ, मेरे मन में थे।
हम्म
अ, आप आपने धुरंधर को लेकर बात की, उसमें जो पंजाबी गाना का प्रयोग किया और
हम्म
उसमें थोड़ा मॉडर्न टच ऐड किया है, वो मुझे
हम्म
सच में अच्छा लगा। उस फिल्म के लिए
यस
मैं सच में बहुत उत्साहित हूँ।
यस यस
धुरंधर बनाया भी एक
क्या
धुरंधर नहीं है।
क्या
तो
ट्रेलर कट है ड्यूरिंग द एंड ऑफ द ट्रेलर हर बीट पे इसको ना नॉन बंगाली लैंग्वेजेस में क्या बोलते हैं पता नहीं है। हर म्यूजिक के
अब
साइकिल का जो फर्स्ट बीट होता है उसको हम बंगाली में शोम बोलते हैं कि मतलब अगर 4 बीट काउंट का एक अगर मान लो कि एक मेलोडी है 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 हर वन पे एक एक्सप्लोजन है या फिर कोई एक आघात है एक एक वार किया हुआ है एक सीन ऐसा हर 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 फर्स्ट काउंट में एक एक कट है। क्या बढ़िया ट्रेलर है। और एक तो और भी बढ़िया लगा उस ट्रेलर में शुरू में कि जब गाना ऑलरेडी शुरू हो चुका है तब भी जाके सब हेवी फास्ट चॉप्स एंड एडिटिंग नहीं शुरू हुआ तब वहां पे रणवीर सिंह कैजुअली चिल कर रहा है थोड़ा स्लो मोन्टाजेस है आसपास से वो बहुत बढ़िया लगा। यही तो थोड़ा साहस दिखाना है कि अच्छा चलो हेवी म्यूजिक आ गया चलो अब कट कट करने चलो बार बार कट करते रहो हर बीट पे। वो नहीं हुआ शुरू में बिल्डअप हुआ इसीलिए उतना इम्पैक्ट आता है। मतलब ट्रेलर तो ऑलमोस्ट यू हैव एज मच फन एज यू वुड इन द मूवी थिएटर। ट्रेलर देख के इतना मजा आता है कि क्या दिखा कि
म-
वो इसलिए हो रहा
मैं
है
तो
शुरू में टाइम लिया उसने डायरेक्टर ने।
मैं तो उसका बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक ही ऑन लूप सुन रहा था। नहीं भी तो मैंने 100 बार
यस
सुना होगा जब पहली बार
हम्म
निकला था, मुझे इतना
हम्म
अच्छा लगा। और
यस
एक अभी फिल्म आई है, उस पर मुझे एक रोचक बात है। एक वश 2 करके
हम्म
फिल्म आई है, ठीक है, उसको लेके
अच्छा
बहुत चर्चा चल रही है। वश
अच्छा
1 आई थी, मैं आपको
अच्छा
बाद में एक सस्पेंस रिवील करूंगा, पर बता देता
हम्म
हूँ। वश 1 आई
हम्म
थी,
हम्म
तो उसकी रीमेक आई बॉलीवुड में। वो दूसरे भाषा की फिल्म है, रीमेक आई
अच्छा
बॉलीवुड में। भाषा कोई नहीं बोलेगा अभी चैट में, बोलेगा तो मार खाएगा। तो उसकी रीमेक आई थी शैतान करके, ठीक है।
अच्छा
तो शैतान चल गई। फिर
हम्म
बहुत लोगों ने वश का पहला पार्ट देखा शैतान देखने के बाद, क्योंकि उसकी रीमेक थी, ठीक
अच्छा
है। अभी वश 2 आई, ठीक है,
हाँ
उसको हिंदी डबिंग में भी रिलीज किया
हम्म
और वो सबको बहुत अच्छी लगी, क्योंकि आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स थिंकिंग है,
अच्छा
ठीक है। अब एक बंगाली रिव्यूअर जो कि बहुत बहुचर्चित रिव्यूअर है, मुझे लगता है सबसे पॉपुलर रिव्यूअर होंगे
हम्म
बंगाली में।
हम्म
थोड़े गोल गोल दिखते हैं वो। तो
अच्छा।
उन्होंने रिव्यू किया, बहुत प्रशंसा की, बोला कि ये फिल्म सब जाकर देखो, नहीं तो वो
हम्म
बॉलीवुड वाले दोबारा रीमेक करेंगे और इसको दबाकर रीमेक करके पैसा कमाएंगे। ठीक
हम्म
है। तो उसपे एक व्यक्ति उनके कमेंट पे लिखता है, अब ये लोग बंगालियों से अच्छी फिल्में बनाने लगे। अब आप गेस कीजिए ये कौन सी भाषा की फिल्म इंडस्ट्री, फिल्म है, कौन सी
गुजरात
फिल्म?
होगा।
हाँ,
गुजरात
बोल
में
रहे
ना एक
गुजरात, गुजरातियों
गुजरात में
ने
फिल्म इंडस्ट्री
बंगालियों
हुआ
से
है।
अच्छी फिल्में, गुजरातियों ने बंगालियों से अच्छी फिल्म बनाना शुरू कैसे कर दिया? कुछ लोगों को लग रहा हो এই গুজরাটি সাম্রাজ্যবাদীরা কি করে ছবি করতে পারছে আমাদের থেকে ভালো, এখানেও কিন্তু দখল করে নেবে, বাংলায় গুজরাটিদের দখল হয়ে যাবে সিনেমা।
वहां पे भी डांडिया घुसा दिया तुम लोगों ने।
तो अ, तो सोचिए, गुजराती भी आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स कुछ इनोवेट कर रहा है।
हम्म
बंगाली तो छोड़ ही दीजिए, बॉलीवुड
हम्म
वाला गुजरात से चोरी कर रहा है। आप सोचिए क्या हाल है। तो
गुजरात का आना अभी इट वाज जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम, क्योंकि इतने दिनों से इकोनॉमिक प्रावेस है उनके पास, और बहुत सारे लोग ना गुजरात से आके बॉलीवुड में ऑलरेडी सक्सेसफुल हो चुके हैं। अब बाकी लोगों को समझ में नहीं आता है कि कौन हिंदू कहाँ से है, तो गुजरातीनेस उनका उतना हाईलाइट नहीं होता है। मगर बहुत सारे बड़े बढ़िया स्क्रिप्ट राइटर्स, और हिमेश रेशमिया तो है ही, ऑलरेडी गुजरात से है। और मेरा एक व्यूअर था जिसके साथ मैंने 2 बार मीटिंग भी किया है, जस्ट टू डिस्कस मूवीज एंड स्टफ। वो भी गुजरात से है, और ही इज अ स्क्रिप्ट राइटर इन मेनी मेनी हिंदी ओटीटीज एज वेल। तो it is going to happen very soon that Gujarat is going to churn out awesome movie after another, and that's going to really make a lot of Bengalis sad.
what I want from Gujarat is, no, I want Gujaratis to create an equivalent of Malayalam film industry, just
Hmm.
right wing.
Hmm.
That would be a
होगा ही तो।
great answer to leftists, because
Hmm.
whether we like it or not, Malayalis are making some awesome movies. मैंने
Yeah,
कुछ
yeah,
देखे, टूडा रूम
obviously.
या
Hmm.
या पदक कालम, ये दोनों बहुत
Hmm.
बढ़िया फिल्म है। मुझे तो बहुत
Hmm.
बढ़िया लगी, कुछ हटके
Hmm.
सोचा उन्होंने। तो
Hmm.
बॉलीवुड तो छोड़ ही दीजिए, बॉलीवुड बेकार है। और कोई भी
Hmm.
ऐसी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री नहीं है जो राइट लीनिंग है और बहुत
Hmm.
अच्छी फिल्में,
Hmm.
और ऐसे डायरेक्टर्स भी बहुत कम हैं जो
Hmm.
दक्षिणपंथी हैं और अच्छे से चलचित्र बना सकते हैं। एक
Hmm.
राजमौली है, पर वो भी मसाला फिल्में बनाते हैं, ओवर द टॉप, जो
Hmm.
थोड़ा
Yes, yes.
अंडरटोन में राइट विंग वाली बनाए, वैसे कोई,
Right.
ऑलमोस्ट कोई नहीं। विवेक
Yeah.
अग्निहोत्री को छोड़ के। तो
Hmm.
ऐसे लोग चाहिए गुजराती फिल्मों में। ज्यादातर कैपिटलिस्ट ट्रेडिशनल माइंडसेट के लोग ही हो, जो
Hmm.
फैमिली ओरिएंटेड एंड वेरी प्रॉपर
Hmm.
हिंदू टाइप के।
Yes.
तो मुझे ये देखकर अच्छा लगा।
Hmm.
तो ये मैं मुझे अभी याद आया तो मैंने आपको बताया।
राजबी शेट्टी का पॉलिटिकल लीनिंग क्या है, किसी को पता है क्या? क्योंकि गरुड़गमन वृषभवाहन तो इतना बढ़िया फिल्म है। टोबी किसी ने देखा है क्या? अगर अगर वो थोड़ा और ऐसे मूवीज बनाते तो बढ़िया होता। आई वांट महाभारत रिटेलिंग इन द वे गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर और गरुड़गमन वृषभवाहन इज मेड, तब तो असली मजा आएगा। ये उड़ उड़ के तलवार चलाने से महाभारत का मजा थोड़ी आएगा। तो सीजी नॉन सीजीआई डिपेंडेंट अगर मूवी बनाता कोई, उसमें तो अनुराग कश्यप, राजबी शेट्टी ऐसे लोग ही हैं। अब भाई तो अनुराग कश्यप का भी फिल्में और उतना बढ़िया नहीं होते हैं, मगर अनुराग कश्यप ऑफ गैंग्स ऑफ वासेपुर डेज या फिर राजबी शेट्टी ऑफ जीजीवीवी डेज, अब अभी तो उनका जीजीवीवी डेज चल ही रहा है। ऐसे लोगों को बनाना चाहिए इंडियन माइथोलॉजीज बेस्ड स्टोरीज।
मुझे लगता है ऋषभ शेट्टी ही अभी है आप
ऋषभ शेट्टी
उसमें
तो है ही।
कर्नाटक।
यस।
अ, रक्षित शेट्टी भी थे, उनकी भी कुछ अच्छी फिल्में हैं, पर उनका सोच कैसा है, उनकी विचारधारा क्या है, मैं नहीं जानता।
हम्म
मैंने उनकी एक
हम्म
फिल्म देखी थी, किरिक पार्टी, मुझे अच्छी लगी थी,
हम्म
कन्नडा में। तो
हम्म
मैं बस उतना ही जानता हूँ, क्योंकि उतनी फिल्में मैंने देखी नहीं है रक्षित शेट्टी।
हम्म
तो ये 3 शेट्टी लोग बहुत अच्छा काम
यस
कर रहे हैं, मैंने सुना।
यस।
तो ये है। और और कुत्तों को लेकर तो विवाद चल ही रहा है और आगे आप और एक आपके पास अतिथि आ गए,
हाँ
उनको मैं मंच
अ,
प्रदान करने।
हाँ हाँ, तुम रुक भी सकते हो। अच्छा, लेट्स हैव अस इन ऑर्डर। तो आनंद, यस, हाउ आर यू? व्हाट डू यू वांट टू शेयर?
Not much. So check up. So your hand is healing well, I guess.
Yeah.
So like what stage? Like what stage is the healing?
Uh,
Have you
some tendons are torn, some microfractures, some finger joint dislocations. They are healing.
so in here, somewhere here.
On the thumb mainly, because one guy twisted my thumb all the way to this side to take the phone away from my hand, and the others got broken during the beating up.
So but you don't have to put any metal and stuff, in there, right? It's just
No, not yet.
held in place.
Yeah.
So it'll naturally heal. You're young also, so it should not be too bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get healed
Okay.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Just I don't see with any metal requirement, then that means it's not as
No,
bad
not
as I was scared. I was scared you would hurt yourself really.
Yeah.
bad. So
Yeah.
if it's no metal, then at least you're safe that way. Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know what to say about the incident because
Yeah.
I'm not picking up the conversation. But
Yeah.
about Ramayan, because we talk about a little
Hmm.
bit of the movies right now.
Hmm.
I mean, the discussion on Dharma is great.
Hmm.
Like if you read the Mahabharata itself,
Hmm.
you read the Ramayan also, there's a lot of grey in it, right? Like, Kaikeyi does a
Is
bad
there
thing.
gray? Is there gray in Tulsidas's Raman?
I don't think so. I think that's very black and white.
Hmm.
Because it is not about Ramayan. It's about Ramcharit Manas. So they're describing the Charitra of Ram in
Right. Right.
the Ramayana.
Hmm.
It is not about the Ramayana. It's not a story tale. It's not
Hmm.
a story of the.
Yeah. Hmm.
They're not telling Itihasa and Tulsidas Ramayana. At least that's what I'm perceiving.
Hmm.
But you look at a lot of the characters in the Ramayana, they are very grey. Like, imagine you're a father and you have to, just because you give a promise to your wife, you have to banish your son. And the son everyone loves. That is very grey. That's something that you would not do. If you feel difficulty. Like imagine today, you have a son who's maybe you think it's a good thing for him to go into society and survive and come back as a better person. Most Indian parents have difficulty doing that, right? They want to control the child and grow it. So it's almost these are allegories to things that we face even today. So I don't think I don't think that we need to look everything as a black and white, because black and white what it does is it removes the capability of understanding the moral stories, the moral lessons in all of these itihasas.
Yeah, but
There
Bollywood's
is
problem
moral.
is
There's
the only
incredible
gray
moral
they
story.
find, all the gray they can find is in Ravan. They are obsessed with Ravana's grayness.
Yeah.
Because
I just
we have
want to ask one question here. Just one question. We can refer to that video also, which I have said. They have discussed it in length, where they have talked about what gray shades and how what they are talking about when they are talking about gray shades. But I
yes.
have one question. Is there anything white about Ravan? Anything white?
Anything like
What is white about it? Black and white, right?
white
Sorry, gray, no. Gray characters we talk about, right? There are shades of black and there are shades of white which come together and make gray. What is
is
some of
ambition.
the white aspects of Ravana?
His ambition. Like we want our society to be ambitious. Not you notice what is Hindu society? Hindu society is not ambitious in the way that it wants to build cultural capital. We are like very
Um,
they're just giving up. They're giving up to everyone. Like, oh fine, okay. Like look what happened in Chamundi Hill. Chamundi Hill, it's not Hindu property. It is someone else. It is everyone's property, state's property. Have you noticed any protest for any Hindus in Malaysia? In Mysore, I'm in Mysore right now. There's not a single, like not one whisper from anyone. There's no guts. There's no
but
like.
but
There's no strength in anyone. Like literally, just lie down and take
by
it.
the way,
That's Hindu.
what is that issue with Chamundi Hills? Because I did read about it a bit, but I don't know much about.
So in Karnataka, Chamundeshwari is seen as the lady. That she kills. What's his name? What's the guy's name? The Asura. Mahishasura. She's
हाँ
the one who kills Mahishasura. So on Dasera, the last day of Dasera, they celebrate her killing of Mahishasura. Mahishasura Mardini.
माँ दुर्गा
So
इनसे
ah,
बाकी समझ
here is Chamund. Here they see as Chamundeshwari, and here
नो
Chamundeshwari is
प्रॉब्लम
the lady who gives the Kannada language. So a lot of the South Indian languages are related to a god. So Tamil is related to Kartikeya, Chamundeshwari is related to Kannada. So she's given Kannada language to society. That's how they see it, perceive her. So Kannada itself is a religious. It's a religious language. So these people are like inviting a Muslim lady who didn't want a religion associated with Kannada. She's like, how can I like Kannada if this goddess is connected to the language?
Yeah.
So she literally said these things. So they're inviting her to the inauguration. Like,
Yeah, they were trying to celebrate Dasera or something there, and
yeah, that's the
they
last thing.
invited a Muslim, and that there was some
No, not Muslim. They
controversy
invited a
regarding.
woman who didn't want. No, they invited a woman who wanted to like denounce the Hindu roots of Dasar. That is the problem.
Okay.
That is what everyone's
Okay,
angry
then
about.
Anand, we will come back to this topic and Ramayan as well, because I have some questions regarding this as well. Let's just take the first reaction or whatever the thoughts from the other guests as well. Navavimash, hi, are you here? Yeah,
Yes,
Bhupenda,
yes,
hi.
I'm here. Is my audio okay? Because I'm not using headphones. So
Yeah, it's okay.
yes.
Oh, but there's an
so-
echo. I don't know why the echo is there. Can you re-enter?
No, it should be fine now. I have closed that window.
Okay. হ্যাঁ ঠিক আছে না এখনো আছে আমি আরেকবার শুনতে পাচ্ছি নিজের গলাটা শুধু তোমারটা না
There is nothing going on here, so
I think it's a StreamYard glitch. তুমি একবার বেরিয়ে আবার ঢোকো ঠিক আছে এক্সিট করে নিয়ে আরেকবার ঢোকো
okay. Wait. Let me get the headset.
Yes.
Okay.
বলো
Yeah, it's got feedback. If you have the audio.
Okay, by the time Bhupenda is fixing up his headphone, I would just like to ask Anand to ponder over this question so that by the time we get back to this topic, he is able to answer it. That what you said about the ambition of Ravan being the white in his grayness is that should not be considered white to begin with, because that kind of ambition though everyone has. Everyone wants to become an IAS officer so that they can do the babugiri on common people. That's pretty Ravan-like ambition anyway. That's not necessarily white according to me, okay? Don't respond now. Cook it in your head. Bhupenda, go ahead.
Yes. So first of all, it's really nice that we can see you in better state than what we were seeing you last few days. And don't worry about the costs. Okay, we will try to do some crowdfunding as much as possible. And there are a lot of well-wishers who are willing to do that. So that should not be a concern. Okay, but yes, something that like concerns us as well, like many people like us, is that a path needs to be like charted. Okay, where many people actually ask me this question as well. Okay, whom I speak to, that if you are there at the where the war is being fought, then you would be of better use than you are fighting a war 1,000 miles away. Okay, but I tell them that it is about utilization and effectiveness rather than you are sitting there and doing nothing or doing less than what you can do. So when you are fighting a war or fighting a battle, it's more important that how effective you are at what you are doing, and does it have immediate and long-term impact better than just being near to a problem.
Which is why generals never fight in the front lines, no, because their brains are required elsewhere.
Exactly. So that's what it is, that we have to choose our battle, which we think we can at least do better than being a martyr. So that is something that it also it also concerns me, and also like what I do and what other people like us do, and we will be have this dilemma in our heads that we could be doing much better, making much better impact if we are there near to the action. But sometimes it is something that you have to choose.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yes, so that's what it is. So wish you luck. That
Thank you.
And we will try to help you as much as possible as can be done.
Yeah.
And take care of better your health.
Yeah. How much I take this forward will entirely depend on crowdfunds only, because I can't
Yeah,
take
let's
this
see.
forward on my own.
No,
Yeah,
no.
let's
See, the thing is, one more thing is there. One more thing is important. The symbolic significance of something which we sometimes ignore. How much you take care, how much you take it forward, how much people help. Okay, that is something which is which will be there depending on a lot of parameters, a lot of variables. But what
Yes.
has happened, there is also a symbolic significance of this, which generally we ignore. So that is something which also needs to be taken into account. That there are a lot of things which happen symbolically, and they impact many people down the line, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, which we will be never be able to actually understand. I can give an example that what you do on YouTube, what I do on YouTube, whatever small way what we do, people have visited me and told me at my place that what you say and what you do, it gives us a little bit of ray of hope, which we would not have had if not for people like you who spoke out. I know that you cannot do a lot of things, but your words are something that we cling on to in terms of despair, in times of despair. So the symbolic impact that we have on what we are doing goes beyond just the immediate things. So
Right.
that's something which is there. So that we should not discount it.
Yeah.
So
कृष्ण भगवान को रणछोड़ क्यों बोलते, क्योंकि वो रण छोड़कर गए थे, तो सारे रण लड़ने के लिए नहीं होते, हमें चुनना पड़ता है कि क्या आवश्यक है
Yeah.
और क्या अनावश्यक।
Yes.
इसीलिए हर जगह लड़ो भिड़ो मत, देख लो
Yes.
कहाँ आप सबसे अधिक प्रभावशाली
Yes.
इफेक्टिव है, उस हिसाब से।
Yes.
and last part before I leave, that would be correct regarding Ramayan. Okay. So for me, the Japanese Ramayan, the anime Ramayan which was produced, okay, I don't think in my lifetime I am going to see a better a Ramayan than that Ramayan in so many ways. I don't know how much money people will spend, but that has another level of dedication, devotion by which the director actually made the movie. So when you are
I don't
talking
know
about
who are the exact creative heads in that anime Ramayan, but how did they get the Dharma aspect, Dharma-ness of it correct, accurate? In the
Yugosako
Ramayan?
was the director.
oh yeah, go ahead, Sridhar. He will be able to
He had that
give
much
better.
research of Hinduism or Ramayan. That's
Yes,
why he was
before
able to.
actually, I can answer this question. Yugosako
Both of
was
you.
the
Yeah.
director.
First, Mushin.
Yes. Yugosako was the director, and actually his team actually worked with Hayao Miyazaki before coming into this project in the Ghibli production, Ghibli film industry. And Yugosako actually did research for this project for 10 years. The Ramayan was shot in the early 90s, but Yugosako was doing research from the 80s. He also, a lot of people do not know this, but Yugosako also had a idea of doing a movie on Krishna also, on Bhagavata Puranam.
Okay.
But he passed away before. That's why he could not be done. But along with Yugosako, a lot of Indian producers and animators also worked on this movie. So it was a Indo-Japanese production actually, not a pure anime.
Right.
So, and actually Yugosako wanted to make a documentary on Buddhism. But when he came to India, he was very much fascinated with the two epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata. And that's why from there he got inspired.
And funnily enough, he got his inspiration from Ramcharitmanas only, not Valmiki Ramayan.
I
So
see.
his rendition is also based on Ramcharitmanas mostly.
I see. I see.
Yes, that's why you
So
can see the
why
Lakshman Rekha and all that stuff in his portrayal.
why don't people make a Valmiki Ramayan?
It is, I told you, we had this conversation a month ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's full of
Yeah.
gore and the
No,
dharmic
but why?
aspects are there.
Why the problem with
People
just
get angry.
Gandhism?
People get angry when you do Balidan in Shakta temples in India. All the
But people
activists come and
know.
why Shakta
But
worship is done, why
Ram
Balidan is
Bhakts
done.
Ram
Yeah,
are aware of
is
these facts as well, right? That the Valmiki
they
Ramayana
are
exists,
aware.
that there are stuff like that. Then who are they
They
afraid
will
of?
not
The
reconcile.
makers.
You have no idea how much ignorant people are on these things. They think Ram is the apostle of what they think is
Niceness,
holy.
nicety.
What they think is holier than thou. They project that onto Sri Rama, and they think that he is their Jesus Christ. Hinduism is Abrahamized to such an extent in India
Yeah.
after the conquest that we have forgotten the dharmic pedestals of our own philosophy, so to speak. People don't understand
Yeah, like
that
Gandhi's
Yeah,
character
yeah.
in the Savarkar movie says Ram Rajya त्याग से मिला था, and Savarkar comes on for the next speech and says Ravan को तो ऐसे ही मार दिया. And
Well,
then Nrsimha Prasad Bhaduri's book also goes on saying tag.
no, actually, Nishant Gopal Madhuri has
Korun.
said this time and again that Rama was a Kshatriya. He has all the right to hunt, to eat meat, and to do all the things
Oh
that
yeah,
he
he's
did in
obsessed
his
about that as well. Yes,
Yes.
that's the only
That
thing he
is
likes. Ram ate meat.
that I can give him. But one problem is that I can't blame Gandhi completely for that. Because after the Upanishad era, the Buddhist era and Jain era came in India.
Achha,
And
yes,
even in
yes.
those times, the concepts of non-violence and vegetarianism
Yeah.
gained a lot of traction in Vaishnavism and
Yeah.
Shaivism. Thankfully, Shaktism didn't go this way at all. Shaktism regained its original understanding of the dharmic principles and ritualistic practices and so on. But in Buddhist Ramayana, actually it happens. Rama won by becoming a bodhisattva and teaching Ravana about Dharma. Rama is actually a Buddhist figure in Buddhist
Oh.
Ramayana. So is
Acha,
Sita.
acha.
You can see
Oh.
this in the Thai Ramayan, in the Thai Ramayan, Cambodian Ramayan, in the Sumatra, Indonesian Ramayan. You can see these influences there. Fully
I see.
Buddhified Ramayana is there.
I see.
Yes.
So then we are always going to get these Ramayans only.
I think Sridhar want to say something. I'm going to go mute.
Yeah, Anand, go ahead.
Now, one interesting thing is that Yugo Sako, when he was making the Ramayana, I watched the documentary some time back. I can't remember when it was. He actually worked with a lot of local dharmic scholars, like actually Indians, like quite a few Indians.
Oh.
So you notice the songs are in Shuddhi Hindi. They're not even in like colloquial Hindi. They're in Shuddhi Hindi.
Yes.
And no Japanese person will know Shuddhi Hindi. So he actually worked with 2-3. He actually credited in the movie also. If you observe, he worked with local Indian scholars and not priests. He worked with scholars, Sanskrit scholars, people who studied not religious people, to develop. That's why he's able to detach from the religious part, but able to bring the, like, for example, there's a scene in where Rama gets just before the war starts. He offers Ravana 3 times chance to be peaceful. Like there's even a statement about why am I fighting? Why can I not give the person a chance? And then he has a debate with Angad and Lakshmana about why we should not destroy the enemy. And he literally says, why should I not give the chance for my enemy to not fight? So I think a lot of this is even that's why it's such a good. That's why even I think Nava is right. It's a very well told story. It may not be exactly as Ramcharitmanas or like Valmiki Ramayana, but it takes the essence, the moral essence that we take in each step.
And by the way, remember that the obsession with vegetarianism is what made the caste system worse for lower castes. Remember, even Irfan Habib points this out. But Mushin, I had one question for you. Wait, I forgot my question. Anyway, if anyone has something else to add, go ahead. I'll remember my question in a while.
Yes, I want to add some.
I disagree with you about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So see, my point of concern regarding this 5,000 crore, 7,000 crore, whatever the budget is, correct. When you are making a movie on Prabhu Shri Ram or Ramayan itself, right? The amount of money you spend is actually insignificant. When you are making a movie on Ramayan or Sri Ram, okay, that is where see, I am not an emotional person, okay, in general. Okay, like I have lost my emotional part 20 years ago. Okay, I do feel some emotions, but general for last 15 years I did not feel any emotions. Okay, but I do understand where emotions come from and how significant they are in terms of what we do as human beings. Okay, our human beings are driven by emotions. Okay, in general. Okay, so when you are doing something which relates to millions and millions of people's emotions, okay, 10,000 crore or maybe 1 lakh crore will not have that significant impact. Okay, people who really understand what Ramayan or Ramcharitmanas stands for or Sri Ram stands for.
Yeah,
so
because the
that's
money
where
is
I
only
have
for
this.
CGI. The money is only for CGI. The money can't help you understand Ramayan.
Exactly, but the problem is that in today's commercial cinema, that money and finesse takes priority over correct the devotion, the research which people go through to make that thing correct. So he spent 10 years doing research. Okay, that anime, and I still, although I'm not an emotional person as such in generally, but I could feel that emotion because that person has spent 5 years doing research, and he could touch my code as well. So that's something which is it will not be ever be able to replicate, no matter how many crores or thousands of crores you spend on CGI.
Yeah. And Mushin, I had one question for you. Then we'll get to the question I asked Anand. Mushin, you said that Shaktism did not take that route, but Vaishnavism, etc., other sects did. This reminded me that yes, I was always under the impression that the kind of Vaishnavism we see in Bengal, that is the Vaishnavism that has always ever existed in entire India. But then I remember that even Raja Krishnadev Rai was also a Vaishnav. So is Vaishnavism different in different parts of India, or has some areas of Vaishnavism evolved and some haven't? Evolved into a more nicety thing?
If I were to talk about this, then each and every region of our Bharatvarsha has one Sthala Puranam related to each and every of their monumental temples and cultural aspects as well. So yes, Vaishnavism, Shaivism, Shaktism, every single sector takes a different turn in different parts of the country. You can see this in small specific details. You can see, for example, the Vaishnavism followed by Bengalis as Gaudiya Vaishnavism of the Gaudiya Math, of the Gaudiya monastery. Its philosophy is different. It is a strictly Dvaitavadi system. But on the other hand, the southern Vaishnavism, the Vaishnavic sects in the Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, Kerala, there you can see that it is a Vishishta Advaitavadi Vaishnavite sect. And these kind of philosophies are different. One thing that I have understood by my studying Hinduism all these years, I'm very much novice and Orvachin as it's called in Sanskrit. One thing I understood that what binds Hinduism together is Advaitaism, the non-duality. And each and every sect, let me tell you, people understand Advaitavadi, non-dualism by Advaita Vedanta. Let me tell you that each and every sect of Hinduism, Shaivism, Shaktism, Vaishnavism, all have their own non-dualist principles. Shakta Advaita is different from Shaiva Advaita. Shaiva Advaita is different from Vaishnava Advaita. Even Ganapati and Skandha sects also have their own non-dualism. The final level, if you want to call it in a gaming lingo, of Hinduism is to become one with the supreme reality. That is the one thing that all connects us together. So yes, and very small things you can notice that the Vaishnavites of our Bengal wear a tilak in one specific way, but the southern people wear a tilak in a different way. They wear red straight line and one V around it. But in Bengal, we wear one U with an arrow. Coming
right.
Similarly, the Shaivites of Bengal wear a Tripundra with a black, with a red mark in the middle, crossing the middle. But in
I have
southern,
two further questions for you in this context then. What about the Saurya Sampradaya? the one, the Marthan Sun Temple, basically, which was under the Saurya sect. And
Sorry,
go ahead.
yes, listen, Saurya sect, even Indra Puja is done in Bengal. If you could see it in the villages, even Indra Puja is done with Chhat Puja. In after the Kali Puja is over.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Chhati Maya is, of course, worship of Pushan and Twashta. Pushan is basically the sun rays. The Pushan is the wife of
Okay.
Surya Dev, and that's how she's worshipped. Actually, a lot of sects are vanished in popular worship today,
Yeah.
because at one point Bhairava was also worshipped in Bengal rigorously,
Yeah.
with the
Yes.
64 yoginis, and even Kartikeya was worshipped singularly, and Ganapati also. But now most of the sects have either become super secretive, and the worship has gone, you can say, undercover, or they have completely become extinct. So not much has has been left behind.
And
But
the second question was, yeah, go ahead.
yes, because today what we see is Shaktism, that Tantric Shaktism that we find here, the worship of the Kaula Shastras. In South, we have the Sri Vidya Shastra. Even they were not actually, amalgamated together. Every single day, we like Kali had one Kula, Matara had one completely different Sampradaya, and Chinnabasta, Chinnabasta had a completely different Sampradaya. Then Tripura Sundari, Bhuvaneshwari all had their own sects, different sects. After Shankara, Digvijaya, means after Adi Shankaracharya came, all these sects were amalgamated together by Shankara. But basically, Adi Shankaracharya, people will get angry at me for saying this, but actually, Adi Shankaracharya wanted to, what I can say, the right word would be wanted to culturally appropriate, if you can know what I mean, all these different sects into one umbrella to unite Hindus in one way. That's why a lot of individualism was drawn out because of this with time. A lot of Hinduism became a lot of smartified, if I can use the right word.
Okay.
After the
Okay,
600,
then
600.
680, yeah. Where do you put Dvaitavad then in all this? Because you were giving the credit for Hinduism's unity to Advaitavad. What about Dvaitavad then?
Actually, if you study philosophy properly, if you are Advaitavadi, then by default you can become Advaitavadi. Actually, in Ramakrishna mission, there is one saying. There is one actually Swami Sababhiyananda, is very popular Swamiji of Ramakrishna mission. He once said a story. That the story goes like, it's a small story I will say about this. Once Rama and Hanumana were walking in a forest. This was after Sita was regained. Sita was taken back from Ravana.
Okay.
Once Rama and Hanumana were walking in a forest, then Rama asked Hanuman, "How do you see me? What do you see in me? Why are you my follower?" Then Hanumana replied, "I see you in three ways. The number one way, where I am your sole disciple, your sole servant, your slave, and you are my master, my everything, my all. In another way, I see you as an ocean. In that ocean, I'm just a droplet of water. And number three, in the way I see you, I see no difference. I am you and you are me." And in these three ways only, he defined what is Advaitavadi, what is Vishishtadvaitavadi, what is Advaitavadi. Advaitavadi means I am different, my God is different. Me and my God are two separate entities. I am experiencing God, so I am the experiencer, the experience, and the experienced.
Yes.
All these three aspects are different. And the second is Vishishtadvaitavad, where I am a sun ray and the God is a sun. I am the experience and the God is experienced. God is experiencing me and not the other way around.
Yeah.
And number three is I and God are no different. We are the same. There is no difference between me and the God. I am God and God is me. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. Yeah.
And I don't think
So-
these three ways of looking at things can be reconciled really. And I don't think there should be a problem with not being able to reconcile them. I think there's an obsession with reconciling everything.
No, I think Advaitavadi is a superset. You can be, if you are Advaitavadi once, then you can become Dvaitavadi already automatically. Because I am God, then I can separate myself from God only. If I am the subject, I can become separate from the subject. I can do that. So what's the problem?
Yeah, go ahead, Abhay.
इस विषय पर ये हाइपर क्वेस्ट नामक एक चैनल ने एक 20 मिनट का वीडियो बनाया था। उन्होंने समझाया था द्वैत, अद्वैत, विशिष्ट अद्वैत, क्या भेद, अचिंत्य भेद, और बहुत सारे थे, 6 या 7 थे इस पर। तो मुझे नहीं पता कि उनका जो एक्सप्लेनेशन है वो कितना सटीक है। आप आपने क्योंकि इस विषय पर पढ़ा है तो आप और अच्छे से बता पाएंगे। तो कभी अवसर मिले तो वो वीडियो देखेगा। मेरे पास अभी लिंक नहीं है, मैं
हाँ,
लिंक ढूंढ के भेज दूंगा।
मैंने उसको देखा था, मैंने थंबनेल देखा था, मैंने एक्चुअली वीडियो को नहीं देखा क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा था, 20 मिनट का नहीं, 1 घंटे के ऊपर का था। आई एम नॉट वेरी रॉन्ग।
ना 20 मिनट का एक छोटा वीडियो भी था
अच्छा,
पितामह।
क्योंकि मैं
मैं
सब्सक्राइब
मैं भेज दूंगा।
मैं सब्सक्राइब
अ,
होगा, मैं देख लूंगा तो फिर। हाँ, जो आपने
उन्होंने
कहा ना
Now
कि
we'll get
ये
to
सारे
सब
दर्शनों को
Anand.
लेकर ऐसे वीडियोस बनाए। हाँ, आनंद
The
को
question I
बोल।
asked Anand. Why is that ambition of Ravan the white aspect, white shade in gray? Because every good guy, asshole, everyone can have that ambition.
No. Depends what you look at ambition as. His ambition was not only about conquering. His ambition also making his city the best it could be. Remember, Lanka was a golden city. It was very well known throughout the universe. The Devlok, all the Loks knew Lanka. Lanka was a golden city.
Yeah.
And remember, he used it to improve the lives of his people. It's not like he's not just a tyrant. He also improved the
So you are
lives.
saying
He was
he was
loved by his.
he was an able king, an able administrator who was just an asshole in his personal life. That's the Ravan you're
So no,
talking about.
let's come in the next step. Second thing, he was ambition in learning now, getting knowledge. He was not only happy with just okay, I know this. I will. A lot of these days, the concept of ignorance. Why do I need to know more? You literally go talk to people. I've talked to people and say, why don't you have a discussion about these policies, these things? No. Why should I care? Government will do the work. कोई और करेगा कुछ काम. Bureaucrat कुछ करेगा. Like, no ambition beyond the point of कोई not interested. Indifference to society. Right? I'm talking about the characteristics of his that were things that we can adopt. Interested in knowing, gaining knowledge, interested in becoming a superior person, whatever method he was. That is why he had so many like people in his court. Why was Vibhishana in his court in the first place? Vibhishana was a very dharmic individual. Why was he in the court of Ravana? He later decided that Ravana's actions were wrong and his actions. Remember, his actions were wrong. And even then, his father, Vibhishana, all of them said, return Sita and do price The point is do price Even Rama says do price. The point is to do price
Yeah.
The point is his negative thing is he did not, in spite of all the information he's been given, don't behave like this, all that stuff. He still behaved badly. So that's what I'm saying. So it is like our understanding is we must have ambition, but we must temper it with our other things that are need to be done. Like don't be.
If
like
the
thing is,
way you are
Adharma is not-
describing it, if that's shown in the movie, I would not be disappointed. I would not be pissed off.
That is my point. That is my problem. My problem is only worry. Especially when I said I care about the story. Like Nava is correct. He is correct that ultimately the amount of money you throw at it, the problem is not going to make a difference. If the story is not well crafted, it makes no difference. But if they craft the story well, that money makes it like it's like a compounding thing.
Yeah.
Why was Lord of the Rings so good? Lord of the Rings was so good because the story was crafted well, and then they added a lot of money to make it beautiful. Then it is this.
It has to be.
triple-
It has the money has to be an icing on the cake. The cake has to exist in the first place. You can't have just icing.
Ooh, the not icing. It is the compounding. The money is the compounding. The base needs to be good. Then the compound to crazy amounts.
if they can make a Ramayana like Lord of the Rings, then it is going to be great.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
That's what
it
Namit
will
Malhotra
change the
wants.
universe. Yes, but it's very difficult.
अगर
Very difficult.
Yeah, go ahead, Abhay.
यदि संभव हो तो वो रावण के ग्रे शेड की जो बात हो रही है उस पर जो वीडियो मैंने भेजा है वो एक बार देखते क्योंकि उससे अच्छे से समझ में आएगा क्या बात हो रही है।
Amiganatra one, right?
हाँ, ये मैंने अभी
Yeah,
नया
I have
लिंक
it
भेजा है वो नहीं, उसके पहले वाला, राइट?
Okay. No, I have opened the one you were talking about. Okay, I have paused it at 54 minutes. We'll check it out from here only from 2 days back. I just want to
50
get into this debate a little and then we'll get into the Amiganatra video with Pratik Borade, which is what Rishabh is pointing out here and what Here to Learn is pointing out here.
I have an
That
opinion regarding
was Ravan a good administrator to begin with, and how much of Lanka's grandeur was attributable to Ravan and how much to Kuber? And wait, I'll just point another thing out. Here to Learn is saying allowing the Vanarsena to build bridge and come over and destroy your fort is not the sign of a great administrator. So yeah, does anyone want to take up the debate of
Yes.
whether Ravana was a good king to begin with?
I want to say this one thing again.
Yeah, go ahead.
even in Mahabharata Parva, in the period where Duryodhana was given the reins of Hastinapura, he is also considered to be a great administrator. He was not considered greedy. He was not considered unjust. He was considered a good administrator. So tell me one thing: if we consider evil or simply adharmic as an aspect of character, then why do you put Duryodhana versus Ravana? It is my question to all four of you.
Does anybody want to take it up?
I can answer that later, but I want to just take on this administrative.
Yeah, go ahead.
How much is attributed to Kubera? See, fundamentally, leaders don't do all the work. Leaders allow other people to do work as well. So, for example, if Lanka was doing well because of Kubera or other people, the leader's job is to enable others to do good work as well. Just like Modi doesn't do all the work. His job is to enable other people to do the good work. His job is to enable Sanjeev Sanyal to bring out good policies. His job is to let Nirmala Sitharaman work on the economy. His job is to let Nitin Gadkari build infrastructure. A good leader is not only about doing the person. This is a problem. Our current attitude is, oh, leader must do everything. Nahin. Leader is the guide. Leader is the one who gives vision. Leader is not the actioner. This is the problem. We are so stuck in our feudal mindset. सबको हाँ sir ji मुझे काम
the king dependent way of looking at India's history, which is screwing up our present view of politics as well.
No, even our kings are not like this. Even our kings were like understood the concept of diversifying power. It is the Christian
why else?
monarchy.
The castes existed
Christian
for that only, for the
monarchy
decentralization. Yes.
Delegation of work is very important.
Yes.
You go to a monarch and you ask, sir, my sheep are getting killed. Can you help me? You give all your grain to the king. In the Western world, you know how it used to work. Everyone give everything to the king. King will decide who gets what. Literally, that's how it used to be. So all the grain from the cities would go to the central treasury. You would go from your city asking, sir, my area, my sheep are dying. Can you give me some grain? Then the guy will, okay, sir, give him some grain. You can't keep your grain. Everything is showed to the king. Our system is not like that. Each region administered itself. The king took a little bit from the top. For the administration.
Okay. One thing I needed to add here on the grey and white and shade characters. Mahabharata is only about grey characters. In Mahabharata, there is not even a half character who is white. Okay, it's all grey characters in Mahabharata. Everybody, every character was a grey character. In contrast, Ramayan is about celebration of virtue, of good virtue. That is what Ramayan is. So if you really want to interpret Ramayan the way it is written and to be consumed, it is about pure distinction between black and white. That's how Ramayan is written, and that's how it is interpreted over thousands of years as black and white. Rama is a symbol of virtue, good, and Ravana is the symbol of Asuriya Pravritti. Where even if you have talent, in every aspect, in every scriptures, the Asuras are better at fighting wars. They are more stronger. They have more knowledge, and they ransack the Swarga multiple times because they are more powerful. But that is the aspect, the symbolic representation of Asura Pravritti. Okay, of like doing something which is bad in nature or unable to control your own senses. And in other way, the devatas who are not as powerful, but they can control their senses, and they are a symbol of virtue, of good, of balance. So in that context, the debate about gray shades of Ravan or whatever around is actually insignificant, because this is not the way Ramayan is written. It should be consumed. It consumed as a black and white. If you want to gray shades, go and read Mahabharata. You will find enough gray that you will.
Is there gray in the Valmiki Ramayana?
No. Every Ramayan, specifically the Ramcharitmanas and the primary Ramayans, it is clearly black and white. Rama as a symbol of virtue, of good, and the way Rama reinstates Dharma and beats the Asuriya Pravritti. That's the core message of Ramayan is.
Okay.
That's my understanding. People might
If
disagree with me.
if
Yeah, go ahead.
if we go by Bhupendra Da's understanding, I think this is why Ramayan today is more popular than Mahabharata,
Yeah,
because
obviously. Yeah, of course.
I think Ramayana mainly attained popularity during the medieval era, when the Abrahamic invasions started happening. This is my hunch. So I think people would have preferred these clear narratives, that is black and the white instead of the gray,
Yeah.
in those
Yeah.
times. So maybe that is
Yeah.
also okay. Uh,
This is a good question. Is Balivad not grey?
I can take this question.
Go ahead, Mushin.
Yes, actually, in my opinion, Bollywood, people always accuse Sri Rama of killing Bali from behind, but I can give a clear cut answer to this. When Bali came back from his exile, Sugriv thought he died. That's why Sugriv took over the kingdom. Bali just took that as a sheer misunderstanding and simply expelled Bali from the kingdom. And furthermore, he took his wife, Tara, for his own. As Sri Rama gives this explanation to Bali that it is reconcilable that you did that, what you did on misunderstanding. It is also reconcilable that what you said was what you said about me killing you from behind is not like a Kshatriya. But what you forgot about is that you took the wife of your brother, who is like a daughter to you. So, because of that, Adharma supersedes all of the prior deeds. That's why I killed you. And as a warrior from Ikshvaku dynasty, it is my job to preserve Dharma in the lands wherever I go. So that's why I did this as a messenger of Bharata, who is the erstwhile ruler of Ayodhya. This is Sri Rama's take. But yes, as I said before, even in modern medieval takes on this, it is said that it is a Leela of Vishnu. A Leela of Vishnu to show the devotee that even in cases of great peril, if one has to do some local adharma to secure the actual greater dharma, greater good, so to speak, then it should be done. So
We will take this question from here to learn, and then we will check out what Amiganatra has to say. Okay, whose wife was Tara and whose wife was Ruma, and why is Tara among the Panchasati?
Tara is actually the wife of Sugriv, Tara is the wife of Vali. Ruma is the wife of Sugriv. Sugriv took both Tara and Ruma. Vali took both Tara and Ruma.
Okay. Okay, let's check this video out. Okay, Anand has something to add. Yeah, go ahead, Anand. Then we'll take this. Watch this video.
See, another one. I know people are going to get upset, but I'm just going to preface it. So, for example, the Sita price or Sita, what's the word? Not price. What's that test of Sita? Right? When you go
Agni
back
Pariksha.
to Agni Pariksha. Yeah, Agni Pariksha. Right. If you look at it from a current moralistic lens, feminist lens, right? Rama took the wrong decision. He put forward Dharma, which is basically the Dharma of the kingdom, to his Dharma
law
of
of the
his
land.
wife. And it's established that he loved his wife beyond anything.
Right.
Let's not allow the pseudo feminist to go on saying he didn't love his wife and he was misogynist. That's bullshit. Okay, but he put ahead Dharma of the land to Dharma of his love for his wife. It's what all difficulty he went through to get her back. He truly loved his wife beyond anything. His own life, he loved his wife.
Yeah.
The point is that is the great thing for our modern sense. Remember, it's not when I say grey doesn't mean Rama is grey. I'm saying our perception of morality is grey today. So when we understand these stories, we understand from our own flawed understanding of morality. We're learning. We're understanding. So let's assume everything is Leela, right? Everything is Leela of Bhagwan. Now the question is, we are also part of that Leela. So we are trying to work our best to work towards Dharma. Now, if that we are understand, seeking clarity, we will start from grey first. We will start from grey. And when the system shows it clearly, lets you understand the two perspectives clearly from the grey perspective, you come closer and closer to clarity, which is black and white.
Yeah, because the moment you are born, you forget everything from your past life, and your eyes are basically blocked with Maya. The rest of your life is going to be about navigating through it.
So what is the purpose of such art? The purpose of such art is to give clarity, in spite of the fact that you're unclear. So you start from the gray and you go closer and closer towards clarity.
Fair
That's
enough.
my point when I say gray. So let's
Right.
have a discussion about the ambition of Ravana and come to the conclusion, what was his problem? His problem is not his ambition. The problem is his other things, his arrogance, his ego, his ignorance, his aggression, his lust. Because that's the more important thing that you need to criticize, right? You can be ambitious, but don't be tinged with lust. Don't be tinged with fear. Don't be tinged with other things.
And to be fair, the Agni Pariksha was not mentioned in the Valmiki Ramayana, right?
No, actually, I want to counter Ayon on this one. Agni Pariksha did not happen. The word is Agni Pravesh. Sita herself wanted to do the Agni Pravesha. Rama just said that Sita, you have been with Ravana for this long, so it has now you have nothing to do with me. I saved you not because I wanted to save you, but because Ravan insulted me and the Ikshvaku clan and Ayodhya and the city of Ayodhya. That's why I took on this battle for the pride of my own family and my own dynasty. Then Sita got extremely angry. Actually, everyone got. Hanuman and Lakshmana also got extremely angry and looked at Ram in a fiery way. And after that, Rama just nodded his head and said, "Trust me on this, bro." And then Sita, when Sita was about to do the Agni Pravesha, all the gods from the heaven, Agni Dev, Indra Dev, everyone came down. All the rishis like Agastya Muni, they all came. And Agni Dev said, "I will not accept your Agni Pariksha because I know that you are the purest of all women on that entire of the entire three regions of Asagam, Patal." And that's how. And then they asked Rama that why is he doing this? Why is he being such an idiot? Then Sri Rama said that I knew that Sita can never be defiled, Sita can never be impure, and I know how much I love Sita. But people will talk, as they always do. Log kya kahenge?
But this is not in Valmiki Ramayana, right?
Yes, it is in Valmiki Ramayana.
It is there in Valmiki Ramayana.
Yes.
Then there's even
I've heard even Sanjay Dixit say that it doesn't exist in Valmiki Ramayana.
It exists in Valmiki Ramayana. It exists in Valmiki. And now you can blame it is interpolation. All these things are not going to into that thing. I personally think the entire seventh Kanda is interpolation. So what? It is there. I think Valmiki Ramayana has only six chapters, 6 Kandas. Because 7th Kanda, the Uttar Kanda, Uttar Ramayana is it is done by Bhargava scholars. After that, it is proven because Valmiki himself says in the beginning that Ramayana has only 6 Kandas, and I am completing Ramayana in the 6th Kanda. Ramayana idam Krishna, Yutha Kandam Sampurnam. That's how Ramayana ends. So yeah.
Okay. Now guys, everybody mute your mics. Let's check out what Ami Ganatra had to say about this.
55-56 से शुरू कीजिए. Can't hear.
The outcast queen. तो करना को एक तो outcast क्या type the outcast queen.
So that's the thing. रामायण में जो स्त्रियां हैं वो सारी वैसी हैं. Confident है, sexually bold होना एक बात है, but confident तो है ही. So I think that at least is a fair portrayal of the woman character.
जी. अच्छा, ये जो कविता काने जी है, उनकी एक दो और पुस्तकें हैं, लंका प्रिंसेस शूर्पणखा के अलावा. एक है द कर्नाज वाइफ, द आउटकास्ट क्वीन, और दूसरा मेनका चॉइस. तो विश्वामित्र और मेनका, उनके बारे में मेनका की चॉइस थी. अब मैंने ये पुस्तकें पढ़ी नहीं है, पर जितना टाइटल से समझ पा रहा हूँ, मेनका की चॉइस है, वो अपनी सेक्सुअलिटी को एक्सप्लोर करना चाहती है, जो भी वो बताना चाह रहे होंगे उसमें. और दूसरी कर्नाज वाइफ, द आउटकास्ट क्वीन. तो कर्ना को एक तो आउटकास्ट कहना, उसके बारे में तो आपने ऑलरेडी बता ही दिया. तो क्या कर्ण की पत्नी के बारे में भी कुछ ऐसा?
कर्ण की पत्नी के विषय में महाभारत में कुछ भी नहीं है, कुछ मतलब कुछ भी नहीं है. तो उसके विषय में जो भी कोई कहे वो फिक्शन है. फिर वो तो आप एक्चुअली दैट इज फाइन, राइट? क्योंकि आप जो है ही नहीं उसका पूरा चित्रण कर रहे हो, विच इज फाइन. वो तो फिर पूरा ही फिक्शन है. जो आपका जो बैकग्राउंड है वो शायद महाभारत में है, एंड दैट्स ओके. बट महाभारत में कर्ण के पत्नी के विषय में कुछ भी नहीं कहा है, और कर्ण को बहुत सारी पत्नियां थी, इतना सिर्फ हमें पता है. बट कौन थी, क्या थी, क्योंकि अगर सबके बारे में लिखने लगे तो ऑलरेडी लाख श्लोकों का ये है, तो फिर और तो क्या ही होगा. तो उस विषय में कुछ है नहीं महाभारत.
बिल्कुल. अभी हम मेन रामायण फिल्म पर आते हैं, रणबीर कपूर और यश की. अब देखिए, जो इस फिल्म के कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर है, उनका एक पॉडकास्ट था, उसकी एक छोटी सी क्लिप में आपको दिखाना चाहूंगा. उन्होंने शूर्पणखा और रावण के बारे में क्या कहा है, फिर हम उस पर बात करते हैं.
से रिलेटेड, कोर फिलॉसफी से रिलेटेड सवाल मुझे रावण के बारे में पूछे. बस वर्ड्स बता दीजिए कि व्हाट आर द वर्ड्स इन योर माइंड. जब रावण की कास्टिंग कर रहे थे, इविल था यार, वो भी तो प्यार में थे ना, रिवेंज में थे लेकिन प्यार में तो थे ना। तो वो हाँ, जो रावण की अगर हम बात करें, जितना मुझे समझ में आता है, क्योंकि वो इविल तो थे, उनको रिवेंज तो लेना ही था, लेकिन वो ऑब्वियसली प्यार में तो थे अपनी बहन के, उनको तो रिवेंज लेना ही था, उनको भी तो करना ही था जो अपनी बहन के लिए करना था। वो भी अपनी तरफ से ठीक थे, ये अपनी तरफ से ठीक थे, हाँ, लेकिन युद्ध में दोनों ठीक थे ना। और ये कि उसके अंदर थोड़ा प्यार बहुत था, दोनों प्यार में थे।
उसके अंदर प्यार बहुत था, रावण के अंदर अपनी बहन के लिए रिवेंज उसको लेना था, वो भी तो प्यार में ही था, ये उन्होंने कहा है। अच्छा, आप इस पर तुरंत मत कहना, मैं और थोड़ा सा आपको बताना चाहूंगा। ये जो रामायण फिल्म बन रही है उसके ये कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर है, और ये 1 वर्ष पहले का पॉडकास्ट है जिसमें उन्होंने ये बात कही थी। अभी जो लेटेस्ट कुछ आर्टिकल्स मैंने पढ़े तो शूर्पणखा की बाल्य
Before we hear Ami ma'am's response here, let's just spend a little time on this aspect. Why is this a controversial thing to say? That Ravan in fact loved his sister and therefore also was pissed off. Do we expect Ravan to not love his sister? What's the story behind that?
Ami Ganatra will say it. Ami Ganatra will
Okay, she will
actually talk
respond to
about
this
it.
only, right? Okay,
Yeah.
let's go ahead.
That is what.
काल को भी शायद भी दिखाने वाले हैं, जिसके लिए एक एक्ट्रेस को भी उन्होंने कास्ट किया हुआ है शूर्पणखा की बाल्यकाल के लिए। और रावण तो अपनी बहन से बहुत प्रेम करते हैं, कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर ही कह रहे हैं, तो फिल्म मेकर्स की मानसिकता उससे हमें पता चल रही है। इसके अलावा अभी देखिए, जब आदिपुरुष आई थी, ओम राउत, मनोज मुंतशिर उसके साथ में जुड़े हुए थे, उस समय भी आदिपुरुष अनाउंस होने के कुछ महीनों के बाद में सैफ अली खान ने एक इंटरव्यू में क्या कहा था, मैं आपको पढ़कर बताता हूं। इन अ रिसेंट इंटरव्यू विद मुंबई मिरर, सैफ अली खान स्पोक अबाउट हिज रोल इन आदिपुरुष फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम and revealed that director Om Raut has made the evil character human and entertaining. He said, it's interesting to play a demon king, less strictures in that, but we will make him human. Up the entertainment quotient justifies abduction of Sita and the war with Ram as revenge for what was done to his sister Shurpanakha by Lakshman, who cut off her nose. तो ये सैफ अली खान ने जब बात कही कि सीता माता के अपहरण को जस्टिफाई करेंगे, हम उसको ह्यूमन बनाएंगे, ह्यूमनाइज करेंगे, इसके बाद में तुरंत मैंने इसकी आलोचना भी की थी हमारे चैनल पर। उसी समय 4-4.5 वर्ष पहले का शायद वो वीडियो होगा हमारा, 3 वर्ष पहले का। उसके बाद में फिर ओम राउत हो या जो भी फिल्म मेकर्स जुड़े हुए थे आदिपुरुष के साथ में, उन्होंने सैफ अली खान से माफी भी मंगवाई, उन्होंने पब्लिकली इसके लिए माफी भी मांगी कि मैंने ये जो बात कही थी वो गलत कही। अभी जो रामायण का नया इंट्रोडक्शन वीडियो आया है उसमें रावण को दिखाते समय ही उसके साथ जो 2 शब्द जुड़े हैं वो है रिवेंज और पावर। तो वो तो रिवेंज को रावण के साथ में जोड़ ही रहे हैं। जो इसके कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर है वो भी कह रहे हैं कि भाई वो तो अपनी बहन के बहुत ज्यादा प्रेम में था, तो रिवेंज तो उसको लेना ही था। और रावण की शूर्पणखा के बचपन के लिए भी उन्होंने एक एक्ट्रेस को कास्ट किया हुआ है। तो ये सब बातें जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं ना, तो इसको लेकर के थोड़ा सा मेरे मन में तो संदेह है।
यार
आपको क्या लगता है?
मैं वही कह रही हूँ, ये लोग इतनी फिल्म बनाते हैं यार, एक बार वाल्मीकि रामायण तो पढ़ लो यार, कितना टाइम लगेगा? आप 4000 करोड़ का खर्चा कर रहे हो, है ना? एक जन जिसको वाल्मीकि रामायण पता हो उनको तो ले लो यार, क्योंकि रिवेंज का तो सवाल हमने जब शुरुआत करी तभी मैंने शूर्पणखा की बात कही है ना, कि शूर्पणखा को इतना पता होता कि मेरा भाई मुझसे प्रेम करता है, तो झूठ क्यों बोलती उससे? वो सीधा कहती देखो भाई क्या हुआ, और वो देखते ही रावण ने खड़े होकर भागना चाहिए था, नहीं, पर वो उस उल्टा उसकी कामासक्ति को जगा रही है। वो कह रही है वो इतनी सुंदर स्त्री थी, मैं तो उसे तेरे लिए लाने गई थी, तू उसे चाहता हो तो तू जाकर ले। तो इसमें रिवेंज की बात ही कहाँ आती है? वो तो केवल अपनी काम आसक्ति को तृप्त करने के लिए वहां गया हुआ है और कुछ भी नहीं है। उसके बाद भी जो आप उसका डिस्कशन देखोगे उसके मंत्रियों के साथ, तो उसी पे है कि वो क्यों उसके साथ कर नहीं रहा है। वो तो कुक्कुट वृत्ति से उसे हासिल कर सकता है, क्यों रुका हुआ है? तब वो कहता है कि नहीं नहीं मुझे डर है, वो पुंजिक सदाने में जाके ब्रह्मा जी को कंप्लेन कर दी थी, ऐसा ऐसा हुआ था, ये वो कह रहा है। और सिर्फ इतना होता है तो वो बाकी सारी स्त्रियों को, सीता जी कोई पहली स्त्री नहीं है जिसे वो किडनैप करके लाया है। रावण ने कितनी ही स्त्रियों का किडनैप किया है, कितनी ही स्त्रियों के साथ दुष्व्यवहार किया है, दुर्व्यवहार किया है कितनी ही स्त्रियों के साथ। तो रिवेंज की तो बात ही नहीं है। इसीलिए वो जानती है ना कि मेरे भाई की कौन सी वो दुखती रग है। तो वैसे देखा जाए तो हाँ, रिवेंज शूर्पणखा ले रही है कि इन्होंने मुझे मना किया, ठीक है, इन दैट सेंस, जिसमें इसको मोहरा बना दिया रावण को। कैसे? क्योंकि वो जानती थी इसकी कामासक्ति, और वो ये भी जानती थी कि उसका मेरे प्रति कोई प्रेम नहीं है कि वो मेरे लिए रिवेंज लेने जाएगा, राइट? तो मतलब अब क्या कहो, जब ये शुरुआत ही इतनी बकवास इस माइंडसेट से उन्होंने करी है, और वो प्रेम में था, प्रेम में था, अरे क्या प्रेम में था? वो केवल काम आसक्त था, काम लोलुप था और कुछ भी नहीं था।
हाँ, तो और ये जो शूर्पणखा के बाल्यकाल की भी सीन वो दिखाने वाले हैं, तो क्या वाल्मीकि रामायण में शूर्पणखा के बाल्यकाल को
ही नहीं है, कुछ भी
ऊपर से
नहीं
ये लोग कह रहे हैं कि हम वाल्मीकि रामायण को आधार बना रहे हैं, ऐसा लोगों को बता रहे हैं, और शूर्पणखा के बाल्यकाल के लिए वो कास्टिंग कर रहे हैं। तो अच्छा, इसके बाद में जब ये फिल्म इंट्रोडक्शन वीडियो सामने आया था, उसको लेकर के यश जो एक्टर है इसमें रावण की भूमिका करने वाले हैं, उन्होंने एक पोस्ट की थी इंस्टाग्राम पर। उसके नीचे कन्नड़ा फिल्म इंडस्ट्री के ही एक बहुत बड़े एक्टर डायरेक्टर है राजवी शेट्टी, उन्होंने कमेंट किया था, अ कन्नड़ा पोएट डिफेंड्स हिज एंटी हीरो बाय स्टेटिंग दैट द ग्रेट ओशन क्रॉसेस इट्स लिमिट्स बिकॉज ऑफ टाइम ब्रिंगिंग इवेंट्स लाइक सुनामीज, हिज एंटी हीरो वाज रावण, आई थिंक फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम वी वाउ टू डिफेंड अवर रावणा। इसके नीचे जो एक्टर यश है वो कमेंट करते हैं, रामायणा बियॉन्ड द राइट एंड रॉन्ग, रामायण तो सही गलत से परे है, परंतु हम तो शुरू बचपन से ही पढ़ते आए कि भाई ये तो धर्म और अधर्म की ही लड़ाई है। तो इस पर थोड़ा सा बताइए।
इसमें क्या बताना है?
अच्छा, राइट और रॉन्ग से बियॉन्ड ऐसा जो लोग क्या मानते हैं ना,
रामायण में निज्जा घुसाने का कोशिश कर दिया।
लड़ाई है, क्या है? और
इनको हर जगह पर ग्रे शेड्स देखने हैं भाई, इसको ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट नहीं दिखा सकते, हमको ग्रे शेड्स डालने हैं, असुरों में भी उनको ह्यूमनाइज करना है, राक्षसों को भी ह्यूमनाइज करना है, ये समझ में नहीं आता
ऐसा नहीं है कि राक्षसों में अच्छे लोग नहीं थे, ठीक है, राक्षसों
नहीं,
में
वो दिखाने का तरीका अलग हो सकता है, पर यहाँ पर वो उनका दृष्टिकोण अलग है, ये मैं कह रहा हूँ।
कह रही हूँ कि रावणों में भी, मतलब राक्षसों में भी जो लोग थे, उसमें से भी कितनों ने उसे कहा कि भाई तुम क्या कर रहे हो, तुम छोड़ दो सीता को भी। एक तो उनके भाई विभीषण स्वयं है जो कह रहे हैं ना, और उसके अलावा उनकी माता ने ये कहा, उनके नाना जी ने ये कहा, उनके और मित्रों ने, मतलब कुछ कुछ मंत्रियों ने कहा, बाकी सब उनके चाटुकार थे, वो जाने दो, पर कितनों ने सही सलाह भी दी है। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि सब बुरे थे, कुछ अच्छे भी थे, पर रावण नहीं था अच्छा। रावण ने अपने पूरे परिवार को तबाह कर दिया। क्यों? वो काम आ सकता में, आप सोचो तो सही, वो एक स्त्री को तुमने पकड़ के रखा है, उसके लिए तुमने अपने जो दोनों बेटे मंदोदरी के साथ थे, बाकी थे सबको खत्म करवा दिया, ठीक है। अच्छा, दूसरी बात, वी विल मेक आवर हीरो वीरो की जो बात कर रहे हैं, मंदोदरी जब रावण की मृत्यु हो गई है तो मंदोदरी वहां आई है, और मंदोदरी का सबसे पहला कहना ये है, ये तो तुम्हारे साथ होना ही था, जो जैसा कर्म करता है वैसा उसे फल मिलता ही है, तो तुम्हारा यहाँ इस प्रकार मृत रहना, इसमें मुझे कोई ये तो आश्चर्य की बात ही नहीं है, ये तो होना ही था। वो कहती है, मुझे तो ये बात का आश्चर्य है कि तुम जब सीता को उठाने गए तभी कैसे भस्म नहीं हो गए, तभी कैसे उसके सदस्य ने तुम्हें जला नहीं दिया। वो कहती है, तुम्हें किस बात की कमी थी? इतनी सारी स्त्रियां तुम्हारे पास थी, और अगर कंपैरिजन भी किया जाए तो रूप में और गुण में और वो सब में भी तुमसे ज्यादा अच्छी थी। मैंने तुम्हें कितनी बार कहा कि ये जो स्त्री है वो तुम्हारा मृत्यु बन के आई है, पर तुम समझ ही नहीं रहे थे। कहीं पर भी एक बार भी उसने ये नहीं कहा कि तुमने शूर्पणखा के लिए ऐसा किया, ठीक है, या तुम्हारी बहन के लिए तुमने सब कुछ दबा, ऐसे कुछ नहीं कहा है। वो केवल यही कह रही है कि तुम इतने ज्यादा आसक्त हो गए सीता में कि उसको पाने के लिए तुम इतने पागल हो गए कि तुमने सब कुछ तबाह कर दिया, और जो ऐसा मनुष्य है उसके साथ तो यही हाल होगा। मंदोदरी भी उसे ग्लोरीफाई नहीं कर रही है, मंदोदरी भी कह रही है ये धर्म अधर्म है, तो बाकी सब लगे पड़े हैं उसे धर्म अधर्म नहीं है कहने के लिए, तो अब क्या?
अच्छा, और जो जी, हम कई जगहों पर लोग कहते हैं कि रावण का वध करने के बाद में राम जी ने लक्ष्मण जी को रावण के पास में भेजा था कुछ आखिरी समय में, तो ये एक वाल्मीकि रामायण में आता है ऐसा?
वाल्मीकि रामायण में ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। वाल्मीकि रामायण में जब उसे मारते हैं श्री राम, तो वो तुरंत मृत हो जाता है, उसकी मृत्यु तुरंत हो जाती है, वो जीवित ही नहीं है उसके पास और ज्ञान मांगने जाने के लिए, और इतना ज्ञान होता तो भाई अपना जीवन में कुछ तो दिखाता। तो वाल्मीकि रामायण में ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
और चलो, ज्ञान मांगने के लिए भी अगर राम जी भेज रहे हैं तो इसमें भी राम जी का बड़प्पन है कि उनके मन में शत्रु के लिए भी शत्रुता भाव नहीं है, वो तो राम जी का बड़प्पन है, वो थोड़ी ना रावण का कोई बड़प्पन आता है।
नहीं, पर उन्होंने भेजा ही नहीं है, भेजने के लिए वो जीवित भी नहीं है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। और बस अभी लगभग सभी चर्चा तो हो गई है, अंत में बस इतना कहूंगा, आपने अभी जो हाल ही में महावतार नरसिम्हा फिल्म आई है, क्या वो देखी आपने?
नहीं, वो रह गई है, वो देख।
तो इन कंक्लूजन हांस जिमर के लिए रामायण देखना है फिर। ये तो घपला होने वाला है।
यहाँ पे जो ग्रे की बात कर रही है ना, उसमें बहुत झोल है, उसमें उन्होंने तथ्य ही बदल दिए। एक होता है इंटरप्रिटेशन अलग होना, एक होता है शेड्स ऑफ ग्रे देखना पर्सपेक्टिव से, पर आप तथ्य को ही तोड़ मरोड़ दोगे तब फिर उसका कोई अर्थ नहीं बैठ। तो वही हो रहा है, ठीक है।
So I will.
तो ठीक है, कास्टिंग
closing
डायरेक्टर,
statements from everybody. Yeah, go ahead.
कास्टिंग डायरेक्टर स्क्रिप्ट राइटर नहीं होता है, आई अंडरस्टैंड, पर आपके फिल्म का एक इकोसिस्टम होता है, राइट?
Yes.
ये लोग थोड़े टोन डेफ नहीं है कि ये लोग को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि पब्लिक का सेंटिमेंट्स कैसा है, वो लोग रावण को
ये
कैसे
लग रहा
देखते
है
हैं।
कि
इन लोगों को
लग रहा
पता
है
नहीं,
कि
क्योंकि मैक्सिमम लोग
मेरे जैसा
रावण को
रामायण
बदनाम
का
करते
ज्ञान
हैं।
लेके फिल्म बना दिया। या गो अहेड।
तो
I don't.
मुझे इन पर एकदम विश्वास नहीं है,
Okay,
टू
okay.
बी ऑनेस्ट,
हाँ,
एकदम। आगे
हाँ,
बढ़िए, आगे
या
बढ़िए।
People
हाँ
always love an underdog.
या मुशिन गो अहेड।
People
या
always love an underdog over dog fight. Ravan is the underdog
हाँ,
here. क्योंकि श्री राम तो है ही भगवान, उनको चैलेंज किया रावण ने। रावण जैसा एक मनुष्य ने, एक तुच्छ मनुष्य ने भगवान को चैलेंज कर दिया। क्या बात है
डेविड वर्सेस गोलियत।
यस, अब तो
डेविड
दिखाना ही
गोलियत स्टोरी
पड़ेगा।
बनी।
यस, जो उन्होंने कहा था ना, अभी
अच्छा,
ने कहा कि रावण के मृत्यु एक बार में हो गया ना, उसको जरा मैंने उसका एक श्लोक और उसका एक छवि यहाँ पर पोस्ट किया है, अगर आपको हो सके तो दिखा सकते हैं लोगों को।
where did you post it? Oh yeah, here.
हाँ, ये एक बहुत ही प्रसिद्ध एक यूट्यूब का एक चैनल है जहाँ पर ये दिखाया गया है, पूरे के पूरे वाल्मीकि रामायण को ऐसे चित्र के रूप में वहां पर प्रदर्शित किया गया है। उसका नाम है 21 नोट्स, आप उसको फॉलो कर सकते हैं सभी। ये श्लोक मुझे बहुत
আর
पसंद है। एक
ভূপেন্দ্র তো মনে হচ্ছে অরিজিনাল রামায়ণ খুলে বসে গেছে।
ये श्लोक मुझे पसंद है एक विशेष कारण के लिए, जो निरंजन दा को पता होगा क्यों। मैं ये श्लोक एक बार बता देता हूँ। तस्य हस्तधतस्याशु कारमुकं तत्ससायकं निपपातः सह प्राणैः भ्रश्यमानस्य जीवितात्। इसका मतलब कि जो तीर है, जो बाण है, वो राक्षस राज के शरीर पर भेद करने के बाद वो उसको छल्ला करके चला गया, और उसी एक ही मुहूर्त में राक्षस राज का शरीर जब धरती पर पड़ा, उससे पहले ही उनका प्राण वायु अंतर्गत से निकल चुका था, उनके अंदरूनी हिस्सों से निकल चुका था। He died before he touched the ground.
Next, closing statements from Navavimarsh and Anand. That will be the end of our live stream.
Okay. So, see, from my perspective, again, we are talking about that the essence of Ramayana is about, correct, Dharma and Adharma, and how Prabhu Shri Ram actually reinstates Dharma. Okay. After coming back from Lanka and winning the war. Okay. So, you can create a lot of other underdog and other things. Okay. But the essence of Ramayana is about Dharma itself, how Dharma wins over Adharma. Okay. But yeah, if anybody wants to make any changes in whatever way possible they want to make it, they have to keep in mind that this core message, okay, which gets diluted because of a lot of other things which are there. So that is the only concern. Even correct, even in the Japanese Ramayana, correct, there would be here and there things here and there, okay, in terms of exactly not following the script. But because he understood the core message of Ramayana and Prabhu Shri Ram, the way he behaved, so we all accepted it. See, everybody is not going to be like a Gaudo, that okay, no, you have removed Raw, so now everything is bad. The only concern that people like us have is that, correct, if you are true to the core message of the of the script, okay, of the book and the character, then people will accept it. Okay. Because Bollywood and other they have this ideological lens which they make movies. That is the primary concern, and for that reason, myself, Abhay, and everybody else will never be able to trust them, and they have to actually win the trust. They have done so many bad things that until they do prashchit for next two janma, people like us are not going to watch their movies, whatever they do. Okay. That's the last thing for me.
Yeah. Go ahead, Anand.
Okay, first, I'm a little surprised by Yash's. I mean, I think he's been hanging around with the communists too much. Doing his KGF.
Belavadi.
I think that's what's happening. No, see,
Prakash
एक
Belabadi, I think this
मतलब
movie.
मैं इसके बाद एक बात छोटा सा बोलना चाहूंगा, आनंद एक बार बोल ले क्योंकि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट
हाँ.
बात ऐड करनी।
you can say first. I'm a little long ago.
ओके
Okay.
नहीं देखिए, प्रतीक बोराडे जी को लेकर जो आलोचना होती है उसमें सच्चाई भी है कि बहुत बार वो भावुक हो जाते हैं और ये सब बात सच है। पर एक बात मैं प्रतीक बोराडे जी की मानता हूं कि उनके जैसा कोई नहीं है जो बॉलीवुड में काम करने वालों की मानसिकता समझता। वो व्यक्ति उनके इंटेंशंस बहुत अच्छे से समझता कि उनके पुराने काम क्या थे, उन्होंने किस भाव से वो काम किया था, उनके सोचने का ढंग क्या है, वो बहुत रिसर्च करके बोलता है वो मैंने देखा है उसके चैनल पे, वो ऐसे ही नहीं बोलता। तो
Yes.
इसीलिए मेरे भी मन में बॉलीवुड के प्रति एकदम विश्वास नहीं है इन विषयों को लेकर, स्पेशली जब उनका प्रॉपर मेन स्ट्रीम काम करता है या मेन स्ट्रीम प्रोडक्शन हाउस काम करता है। हाँ, अब विवेक अग्निहोत्री आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स है, वो हटके उनको बॉलीवुड इकोसिस्टम सपोर्ट ही नहीं करता है, या अश्विन कुमार
Yes.
या कोई और प्रकार के डायरेक्टर जिसको बॉलीवुड ने एक प्रकार से अलग थलग करते, तो वो अलग विषय है। पर ऐसे मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम ये इकोसिस्टम बेकार है, इन पर इन फिल्मों के लिए जल्दी विश्वास नहीं करता। तो इस बात से मैं अपना समाप्ति करना चाहूंगा।
Wait.
So-
Here to Learn has a great idea. Let's just check out the Bengal Files trailer once and the song that released today. I know. I think for the song we will get
अरे
image
इसको 12 बजे तक खींचना चलेगा, कोई परेशानी नहीं है, रात 12 बजे तक।
I may forget my points.
Wait, let's check it out. Yeah. Go ahead, Anand.
No, about the because if you go on to the next thing, I'll forget all these things. My points are
Yeah. No.
fresh.
First, you give your points. I'm searching the video.
Okay. So first thing is about Pratik Borade. Initially I was interested in him because he was making counterpoints to the normal, like the Film Companion, I mean, most useless review channel ever. Like I really don't understand how that people got any attention. Most useless film review channel. So I was interested in Pratik Borade for that reason, because he's giving some interesting new ideas. But you understand, it's at some point you're like smelling your own farts. Like I was going to repeat the same point in every video about Bollywood again and again and again. I understand you reveal some truths, but if your argument, like they take this for example, right? I understand a film ecosystem is where certain people think a certain way, but ultimately the director decides. And you understand there's more than just the local ecosystem that's making this movie. A lot of people at foreign places are also involved in it. Like a lot of, like if you listen to that Namit Malhotra's discussion on the podcast, he was talking about other people, non-local Bollywoodians giving inputs. So there's going to be a lot of ideas floating around this. We don't know finally what is going to be. My concern was that this person who mentioned...
No, but to be fair, on that specific point, Namit was pointing out that even though his VFX guys and action directors were giving suggestions and ideas, they were not accepting those ideas.
So someone has some creative control is there. No matter who gives ideas, someone is exercising creative control.
Yeah.
Either the scriptwriter or...
My concern is that the creative control lies with Namit Malhotra, not with Nitesh Tiwari. That is my main concern.
We will ultimately see it. My point is we'll see that. My more worry was comparing juxtaposing the trailer to what this person said about Revenge of Shurpanakha. Because in the trailer is framed as power and revenge. And then this person saying Ravana took revenge for Shurpanakha, which is nonsense. Ravana did not take revenge for Shurpanakha. He was enticed by the ideas that Shurpanakha was saying, this man, the great king prince of Ayodhya, rejected me because the woman was more beautiful than me. That's why Shurpanakha framed it. And Ravana knew that Shurpanakha has the ability to make us look very beautiful using her Maya powers. So he was like, you're really interested about this beautiful lady, I can go and see what she is. And then when he arrived there, he decided to capture her. Right? The point is, it's very simple, that he did it for his own selfish interest. That needs to be very clearly framed. It was not for revenge of his sister's abuse and on something. This is very important.
Yeah,
the idea that
Meghanatra really clarified things for me.
No, and you have to make it very clear. Shurpanakha did something wrong. She tried to take the husband of someone who's already married to someone else. These are very clear moral
homewrecker.
structures. You have
Yes.
ये
not just homebreaker,
मैं लोगों सॉरी एक बात जोड़ दूं, ये जो मैंने वो वीडियो दिखाया ना आपने, मैं सबको एक सुझाव दूंगा, वो पूरा 1 घंटे का पॉडकास्ट आप कृपया देखिए। बहुत सारे जो मिसकंसेप्शंस है हमारे ग्रंथ को लेकर, वो आपके सुलझ जाएंगे। जैसे कर्ण को लेकर बहुत कहा जाता है कि कर्ण तो बहुत अच्छा था, एकलव्य बहुत अच्छा था, उसके साथ वो निचली पिछड़ी जाति का था, उसके साथ बुरा हुआ जातिवाद के कारण। तो उसको लेकर अमी गणत्रा जी जगह जगह उन्होंने बहुत स्पष्टीकरण दिया है, बहुत स्पष्ट रूप से सारे भ्रांतियों को मिटाया है। तो ये 1 घंटे में भी उन्होंने ऐसा बहुत सारा काम किया। तो जिसको भी मन में प्रश्न है वो जाकर देख सकते, बहुत सारे आपके मन के शंकाएं मिट जाएंगे।
Okay, now we will go through the trailer once, not discuss the controversial aspects of the movie because I'm already under a lot of heat, but we will analyze it as a trailer just from the filmmaking perspective. Let's check it out once again.
अपना नाम बताओ।
तैमूर।
लेकिन सोचो, सन 2050 जब ये इंडिया का पहला युवा माइनॉरिटी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनेगा, तब हमारी डेमोक्रेसी की कितनी बड़ी जीत होगी।
When this song first entered, I already liked the trailer, and I don't even like folk music that much, but this was so well placed. But here again, it's so interesting that he's going to weave in the past with the present. How do you think they are going to do it? Does anybody know of some snippets or tidbits or secrets that have come out that what is this character doing with? I guess this is based on Firhad Hakim, Shashwato's character. How is the present featuring in the movie? Does anybody have any idea?
No idea.
Anand, yeah,
I have
has
a
some
guess.
speculations. Go ahead.
I have a guess. I have a guess that the character, the same actor who played in Kashmir Files, the young man, he comes home to his family. He's a Muslim. He's come home to his family, and he faces some realities about how Muslim Bengalis look at perceive Bengal compared to how Hindu Bengalis perceive Bengal, and he's upset by this. Because he's a leftist, maybe he's a leftist, and he's a young Muslim leftist, and he's like, what the hell, what is this divide? I thought we are all in Sarva Dharma Sambhav, right? And he's like, oh shit, so many people died. I mean, that could be how it's coming from.
But he's a CBI officer, you know that, right? His character?
Whatever, he may be a secular Muslim person. That also could be possible. Like he works in the army, he's like, what the hell is nonsense? That type.
Yeah, he's in the CBI, so maybe secular. Yeah, let's see.
ये भारत नहीं है, ये पश्चिम बंगाल है। पश्चिम बंगाल, यहाँ पे 2 कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन चलता है, एक हिंदुओं का और दूसरा ये मुसलमानों का।
Okay, I have a problem with the how can someone with more budget make a worse looking movie? Kashmir Files was so much better looking than this because clearly those are cardboard made homes. Vivek Agnihotri knows that it looks like cardboard boxes. Why did he do this? This entire set is pissing me off. This is my only disappointment so far with the movie.
जिन्ना मेरे भाई, भारत का मुसलमान तो कन्वर्ट, पहले तो सब हिंदू ही थे ना, हमारा DNA.
Okay, on this topic, I had a huge debate. Unfortunately, we don't have time to discuss this aspect today. I'll just mention it today so that we can discuss this some other day. I had a huge debate with Academic Man on this. That the entire dark portrayal of Jinnah is, I think, a bit problematic for the for just understanding reality, because we have to understand Jinnah in the light of the rest of the country's Muslim politics. Jinnah, the former liberal who then gets some whiff of power and then out of the blue he's an Islamist all of a sudden. But if you portray Jinnah as just an Islamist, out and out Islamist from the moment he was born, then I think we don't get to the heart of the problem.
Yeah, but Jinnah was not an Islamist.
No,
he was just a feudal lord.
Yeah.
Who took advantage of the Islam.
And I think Vivek Agnihotri is not going to show that. He is just a bad Muslim here. which is Venkat Dhulipala's main research, no? Because Congress, the left ecosystem is very happy to blame Jinnah for everything, but that's not the reality. It's not all on Jinnah.
But we can't be sure. We're just seeing one scene where he says that statement. We don't know yet whether they will portray that bit of Jinnah. Like again, if they do portray that of Jinnah, then I will have more respect for Ved Agnihotri. But if they make him a one
Savarkar
to wonder, then
the Savarkar movie Jinnah was so great therefore. Yeah, Bhupendra wants to add something.
Okay, yeah. So Anand, so see, from my perspective, he is making a movie on a specific point in time, 1946, and the players who played around 1946 and that action day. So I think if you want to be fair to the director, he is talking about 1946, 16th August, that action day, and the players who played a part in that specific event. So in that context, you need to see his portrayal not as Jinnah's whole political career. So that's my
True.
No, I get that bit. But my point is even that part, that one incident. Why does
I understand that part. Understand, but the thing is, but see, why? See, we need to see the director's vision, what he's trying to say and what he's trying to portray. In that context, if he shows Jinnah's role as something negative, then we need to correct. He has done research. I think he will also release a book on this. So just wait for it. He has done research for 5 years on every documentation he has done, and he's going to release a book on that as well. So I am not expecting Ved Agnihotri to be factually wrong in the movie as per his record.
And to be fair, in 1946, Jinnah was not grey; he was black completely.
Exactly. So that for that event, Jinnah was responsible.
No, I'm not talking about not being responsible. I'm saying even evil people have certain reasons they do something. A good movie will establish the reasons very clearly for us, for clarity for ourselves. Why?
Let's see watch the movie, because he has a documentation to either he has mentioned that he has done 5 years of research on documentation. So let's see.
Because Congress is very smart. They made it as if Jinnah did all this stuff because of himself. Well, a lot of this shit, a lot of Congresses also helped him get to this position, this situation. I think it's very clear.
Yeah, I just hope Vivek has read Venkat Dhulipala's work on this.
Actually,
हिंदू मुस्लिम एक नहीं है. आप वेदों को मानते हैं, हम कुरान को मानते हैं, आप लाखों भगवान को मानते हैं, हम सिर्फ अल्लाह को मानते हैं.
पाकिस्तान से बिल नहीं भरा तो जिन्हों को कोटा नहीं चाहिए. इसे डायरेक्ट एक्शन डिमांड आ रहा है. भारत हिंदुओं का राष्ट्र है, पर इस युद्ध में हिंदू हार रहे हैं. जीत कौन रहा है? जिन्ना, क्योंकि हम सब नशे में.
I sort of thus has roared that scene. And the camera work for that scene. The road is not everything about the
actually
scene.
only short of the
camera movement is so beautiful. Yeah.
One
This is such a good scene. This is such great camera work. The slight movement, manual zoom in.
One thing I would like to say is you have to give it to the casting director. Who chose Saurabh Das?
No, Saurabh himself has said this in a Bengali podcast. He just got a mail regarding audition. He gave that audition on afternoon, just casually, and he got selected right away.
No. Whoever approached him, whoever sent him that mail.
Right. Yeah.
That person has to be credited.
One fun fact here is that the guy who is playing Jinnah here played in Mahatma Gandhi in Savarkar movie.
Yeah. Yes.
But he doesn't look much like Gopal Bhatta.
No, I think he looks as much as anyone can today, but other than that, Arijit Singh looks the closest to Gopal Bhatta. I think if Arijit Singh was given...
If you notice, Gopal Bhatta looks very unassuming, but he's actually very significant. Like you look at him, he's like an unassuming person you might see in your neighborhood, but then he creates an
आनंद को फाइन करो, nitpicking के लिए फाइन करो आनंद को, कोई बाबू को बुलाओ.
इसमें और एक बात जोड़िए, ये जो संवाद बोला गया, क्योंकि हम सब नशे में चूर है और वो है गांधी की अहिंसा. यहाँ पे मैंने पहली बार किसी फिल्म में देखा है जहां पर गांधी की स्पष्ट आलोचना की गई है। किसी मेन स्ट्रीम डायरेक्टर ने आलोचना की है गांधी की अहिंसा को नशा बोलकर।
Actually, there is one interview of Gopal Patra. You can review that too.
Yeah. Yeah. After the heat of on me goes away. Okay, not now.
भारत हिंदुओं का राष्ट्र है और इस युद्ध में हिंदू हार रहे हैं। जीत कौन रहा है? जिन्ना, क्योंकि हम सब नशे में चूर हैं और उस नशे का नाम है गांधी की।
भाई क्या क्या एक्टिंग है, क्या डिलीवरी है. एंड a great point, the great thing pointed out by Abhay here, because we are all the time critiquing Gandhian socialism, right? And that I think has been actually directly criticized here. The Gandhiism, the thought process is the main problem plaguing us today, and that has been addressed a little here. That's Mithun's son, right? This guy, Mithun's younger son.
No, I don't know. New actor, I guess.
दे देते ना थोड़ा सा बंगाल उनको, एक जमीन का टुकड़ा ही तो है.
Yeah, this reminds me of people telling me why get involved. थोड़ा ही तो है तो कर लेते, थोड़ा कोलकाता दे देते, थोड़ा बंगाल दे दे, थोड़ा बिहार दे दो, थोड़ा यूपी दे दो.
बंगाल पाकिस्तान को दे दोगे तो क्या बंगाली संगीत, बंगाली भाषा, बंगाली खाने को भी दे दोगे? बंगाल को मारोगे तो भारत नहीं रहेगा. जमीन का टुकड़ा नहीं, इंडिया का लाइट हाउस है बंगाल.
Wow.
Yes.
Did Gorgo Chatterjee see this scene?
Music to my ears, actually. No, another note. Everybody is happy seeing this. Even the non-assuming people like Pulkit Tyagi and Ajit Bharati also applauded the dialogue.
मतलब मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि वो न्यूरो साइंटिस्ट सोच क्या रहा होगा कि हंसे या रोए या
हम जो सोशियोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट से पॉलिटिक्स एनालाइज करते हैं वो न्यूरो साइंस के एंगल से पॉलिटिक्स एनालाइज करता है, जो कि पॉसिबल नहीं
है. वो न्यूरो साइंस भी नहीं है, वो गधा साइंस है, वो कोई साइंस नहीं है, बकवास है.
Can I strike a discordant note? I want to strike a discordant note. You guys are going to get irritated.
Yes.
I find the dialogue too dramatic. It's too like a theater performance. Theater.
Nitpicking के लिए फाइन करो फिर से इसको.
I agree.
So dialogue
अच्छा.
I like
50 रुपया काट ओवर एक्टिंग का. आनंद यहाँ पे ओवर एक्टिंग कर रहा है, 50 रुपया काटो इसका.
The dialogue was good, but the throw was extremely dramatic. This true.
Generally through the stream throughout Agnihotri's films, both in the it's very like you're doing stage performance. It didn't feel like the person in the real world they are like that. Like in real world you'll be more won't be well, the dialogue won't be, delivery won't be so clean, won't be so crisp. It'll be like your emotions will be like more broken.
Which is what he achieved in Kashmir Files.
Some parts.
And this is a little different, not very Kashmir Files. I guess he got critiqued so much for the filmmaking aspect of Kashmir Files. People keep saying, yeah, it's a bad movie, but people must watch it. Just few days back, even I think Swastik Banerjee or Hali Goswami, one of the two men, like millennial Purohits, famous for even he was saying that yes, I know Vivek Agnihotri is not a very good director, but you see, no, I just follow him on Facebook.
I know him.
But even he casually said it, and everyone agreed that Vivek Agnihotri is a bad director, but we must watch his movies. What the fuck? He's not a bad director, bro. Why are we concluding on that Vivek Agnihotri is a bad director?
जब इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स 10% हो जाते हैं तो ये वोट बैंक बन जाते हैं. 20% हो जाने पर ये अपने राइट्स की डिमांड करते हैं.
Jinnah, that's Sodavardi, that's Mithun's son, and then that's Firhad Hakim / Shashwato. And then there's Arundhati Roy's boyfriend, I guess. Yeah.
30% होते ही नए कंट्री की डिमांड करते हैं.
These look like leftover footages from Zulfikar. Only Bengalis will know it.
जो पार्टीशन 1947 में शुरू हुआ था वो आज तक चल रहा है.
Yeah, see, this is where Vivek Agnihotri knows his research, because Bengal's partition is called a long partition from legit historians Shekhar Bandyopadhyay and stuff. This is what he is talking about here. कि वो पार्टीशन तो चल ही रहा है, पार्टीशन खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा है।
जो पार्टीशन 1947 में शुरू हुआ था वो आज तक चल रहा है और कभी खत्म ही नहीं होगा।
क्यों आज किसी भारतीय की जान की कोई कीमत नहीं है? क्यों आजादी के 80 साल बाद भी हम उसी कम्युनल पॉलिटिक्स से लड़ रहे हैं? क्या हम आजाद हैं? और अगर
आहा, फेवरेट लाइन ऑफ बीबीके's,
आजाद है तो इतनी बेबस क्यों है?
ये पार्टीशन आज खत्म नहीं, शुरू हुआ है। इट्स एन अनफिनिश्ड प्रोजेक्ट।
अरे थोड़ा सावरकर भी दिखा देते अगर मूवी में, तो लेट्स सी इफ सरप्राइज है कि नहीं। थोड़ा सावरकर को तो इन्वॉल्व करना चाहिए कि कॉन्टेक्स्ट
अच्छा,
क्या था पूरे
एक बात
पूरे
बताओ
देश में
मुझे,
इस सिचुएशन को लेकर।
यहाँ पर बंगाल फाइल्स में जो दिखा है ना, जो शवों का ढेर पड़ा है, रास्तों में गिल्स उड़ रहे हैं उसके चारों ओर, उसका मेरे पास दो यहाँ पर मैंने दो असली फोटोग्राफ्स यहाँ पर मैंने भेजा है। क्या वो दिखा सकते हैं? यहाँ पर कॉपीराइट क्लेम
यस
लगेगा?
यस, नहीं
मैंने
बट वो एक्चुअली सबने देखा है। आफ्टर द ट्रेलर विल चेक
No, because actually
it
it
out,
was
because that frame was almost exactly shown by Vic in the trailer. Oh yeah, then let's not get into it. पूरा वीडियो एल्गोरिथम में गायब कर देगा। Yeah.
Okay. क्योंकि सबका कंकाल हो गया है पूरा, bones हो, limbs, everything.
Yes. Yeah, and the vultures were feeding on the rotten bodies.
Yeah, very surreal.
खेल है,
It did a number on me.
लोग मरते हैं, देश जलता है, खेल चलते रहता है।
आनंद, गॉडफादर थीम रेफरेंस ट्रैक
तो बता सकता है इसमें से वी द पीपल ऑफ भारत कौन है? भारतीय कौन है?
Who's doing the music? VFX supervisor Joshua Upputuru, Arunita Mukherjee consultant. Can anybody see who's doing the music? Sound designer Girish Ramteke. Casting director is Taran Bajaj. So this is the guy we must applaud for choosing sort of thus. Photography, sound designer, research head Saurav Raj Verma. Original background score Rohit Sharma. सब नए लोगों को ढूंढ रहे हैं विवेक अग्निहोत्री. Action director Paramjit Singh Dhillon. Nice stuff. Okay then. Yeah, Mithun's acting is cringe now. Yes. He was almost cringe in Kashmir Files as well, but this is too dramatic even for me. I'm not even nitpicking like Anand here. I'm a very nice person, but I can't take Mithun's acting here.
No, but that line, that English line was very, very odd. It is
I think we should see the movie.
Like, that was so...
It takes you out of the movie for a while. All of a sudden, it's a bit. It cuts the flow a little. Otherwise, it was going to
this trailer. Whoever made this trailer wasn't like having drugs. They just chopped different things like unrelated. Like I was like, what is going on?
I think we have to watch these scenes in the context of the movie. This is just a trailer. क्योंकि कभी कभार हो सकता है कि वो सिचुएशन ड्रामेटिक हो जब ये सीन हो रहा हो तो हम लोगों को ठीक भी लगे वो तो पर ठीक है ट्रेलर जिज्ञासा तो जगाती है कि बंगाल में क्या हुआ कैसे हुआ मुझे भी थोड़ा सा कहीं कहीं पे ड्रामेटिक लगता है पर विवेक अग्निहोत्री की कहानियां बहुत अच्छी है और सबसे अच्छी बात है कि इसको बस इतिहास का विषय नहीं रखा है इसको वर्तमान काल से जोड़ा है तो ये भी बहुत आवश्यक
I was talking about that. We know Gopal Pathak GP as the forerunner of this resistance movement, but there were one Gopal Pathak for each locality of Kolkata because He had 800 boys under his disposal, but apart from him, Jugal Chandra Ghosh, Nepal Roy, then a lot of people along with him also took up arms to protect. But
yeah, I
still, a lot
posted
of
the
people-
names right on the day my stuff happened. That evening only I had posted that.
Yes. Do you think you can show this
for 80
picture?
years. No,
I want to know
that
if
would be too
anyone
violent.
knows about the history, that were there some non-Bengalis involved in this retaliation? If any idea.
I'm not sure, but some say that GP was supplied weapons from the Sikh community. They bought rifles and revolvers for cheap from the American soldiers during the World War II. So Sikhs and Bihadis provided him with weapons.
That's what I was going to
I
say.
have
It
no
would
involved
make
question.
sense that lots of Biharis must have been involved in the street fights at least, because that would have been the let's say the social status or even the economic status of Biharis to get involved in the resistance, but not Marwaris. At least they might have provided money and stuff. But it would not surprise me at all if a lot of Biharis were involved in the resistance.
What actually angered me a lot that even today distortions are being made because nobody wants to talk about this. There is a Bomkesh Bokshi, a detective story written on this time called Adim Ripu, a Bomkesh story, a Bomkesh novel written during this 1946. Recently, it was made into a audio drama by Radio Mirchi. I took the name, and they completely wiped out all these portions where the writer has talked about the Hindu-Muslim, in quotes, Hindu-Muslim clashes.
Yeah.
Suravardi's police used to hurt the Hindus. That became Suravardi's police used to hurt the people. These kind of things they have done.
And also one more thing. When the movie came out, the first Bomkesh movie came out, they had actually whitewashed that thing and made it a kind of, okay, one Bengali is killing one more Bengali. I think in the first Bomkesh movie, Sasato talks about it, that this is my Kolkata burning and friend is killing friend. So, like that's how the whitewash happened also in movies and dramas. So I remember that part I remember that first Bomkesh movie was there. So I remember that specific scene where he mentions that neighbor is killing neighbor. It was not the case.
Yeah.
Here, Anjan Datta will take an L because
Exactly.
it was written by a favorite character. Your favorite beloved Anjan Datta.
See, for that reason, I never trust any movie at all. Whatever may be the case.
Yeah.
Very
Go ahead,
important
Anand.
question. Since it's going to be the past and present, will there be a rumba bomba bomba moment in the movie?
Yeah.
There
we're
might
not going
be.
to answer
You
that
don't
today.
know.
After a few months. Okay. Someone was asking, what are you going to do about my situation, and are you going to pursue and stuff? It all depends on how much crowdfunding I can gather for my lawyer's fees. Okay. If you want me to go after them legally, then contribute to it. Okay then. Thanks a lot, Anand, Mushin, Bhupenda, Abhay, for joining today's live stream, and all the audience members in the live chat as well. See you soon. Let's see. I'm not sure when I'm going to come back. Maybe for discussing other stuff. I can't discuss the incident anyway anytime soon. Let's see as soon as possible. Thank you guys. Good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
যদি সবাই ফিরে যায় ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা সবাই ফিরে যায় যদি গহন পথে যাওয়ার কালে কেউ ফিরে না যায় তবে পথের কাটা তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা দলরে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি আলো না ধরে ওরে ওরে ও ভাগা আলো না ধরে যদি ঝড় বাদলে আধার রাতে দুয়ার দেয় ঘরে তবে বজ্রানলে আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা আপন বুকের পাঁজর জ্বালিয়ে নিয়ে একলা চলো রে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে। একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে।